wide glance.
Hello, and welcome to the Saladcast on Sunday, the 23rd of August, 2026. I'm your host, Dan Train. Joining me today, Zachary Burgess.
Still slowly drying.
And Robert Kemp.
Still moist.
No, definitely not. Currently.
You've still got moisture left.
I'm forever moist.
Forever.
That's going to be the name of my, my perfume. Forever moist. Cologne for men.
Oh, man.
Like,
I managed to go for a walk and time it precisely to get rained on.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's
pretty
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
that's
I
nice.
was very happy because it was like people were like running for cover. I was like, no, I'm going into the middle of this field,
Absolutely.
or the park, and just get as rained on as possible. It did not last long, but
No.
I somehow managed to catch it.
No, we did kind of chuck it here, didn't it? Like a couple
Yes,
days ago.
we had two singular rain events, basically.
Yeah, with a proper sort of storm attached to it, like,
Yes.
Ooh,
but
nice.
to the point where it was like, okay, I like myself some like post summer drought rain,
Yeah.
and just go and stand in it for a while. That's kind of
Yeah.
a thing. This was a bit more than that. This was like absolutely hammering it. So I had a quick step outside and was like, nope, too much.
Need a bit of shelter here. It's like bouncing off the pavement.
Yeah.
Well, that's the like, once it gets to that point, that is what you get. Instead of standing directly in it, then you have to get the mist, where you're going to stand near it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty nice, actually.
Oh, the mist. Yeah.
And then immediately all of the dandelions return. Like,
But
not
most of
actual,
the grass,
not actual
obviously.
grass,
Yeah.
yeah, just weeds and dandelions. It's like, hi, they just pop up and, hi guys. I'm
They're the
reminded
fastest.
of that. Do you remember that there was an ad like years and years ago of like weeds that just popping up in someone's like
Yes.
driveway, and they were kind of like the old Pepperami ads.
Yes, they
just
were.
pop up.
They're probably the same company that made those.
Probably, yeah. They just pop up and be like, "Hello, mate. All right, yeah, hello. We're flipping
Wanna buy some
weeds.
car insurance.
Fireball.
Hello, mate."
Is that an advert for Weed Killer then?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was.
it was.
Okay.
But it was just, it was well animated. Just these little weeds popping up and just, hello, mate. All about that.
That voice is enough to make them not cute and you want to kill them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, mate.
Yeah, you don't want to be...
Imagine if he had that voice.
Yeah, and
you
you're
were
like,
trying to be friendly. Hello, mate.
what are you trying to say? you calling me a weed? I'll dandelion your head in.
Why does weedy mean like not strong and?
I don't know. Yeah, because weeds are pretty hardy.
Yeah,
That's like in their
exactly.
nature. Well, they'll keep coming back.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's the act of like surface level destruction is easy, but like it takes a lot more effort to break the spirit of the weedy guy. I don't know.
I guess it's related to like calling someone like a beanpole or something, but that's just if they're tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, beanpole implies tall and thin, a certain stature.
It was probably just like one specific kind of weed that seemed easy to deal with at some point in history before people knew things about plants.
Weedy. I guess weeds tend to be small, right?
Yeah, and like
Unless it's like
certain kinds will like die really quickly but like they always come back, which is the bit that people don't pay attention to as much.
always come back. But like, well, unless like isn't bamboo like super invasive? Then you could
You call that
technically
a
then
weed.
call it a weed. Yeah, I guess.
Only if it's not in
Undesirable.
its natural habitat, right? Or not habitat, but what do you call it? Region where it naturally grows, range.
Yeah, I guess there's a difference between like there aren't many weeds, classic weeds that you'd intentionally grow, right? Whereas something like knotweeds and bamboo, well, knotweed is like actually a weed and super invasive and horrible. But like bamboo is invasive, right? But you don't really call it a weed because you might want bamboo because it's
Might want some
useful.
pandas.
Yeah.
That's why it's invasive. It's not on a farm any longer if it's invasive.
Yeah.
Escaped.
Broken free. Get that bamboo.
I expect it would suck if there was some kind of weed type plant that you were trying to grow, and everyone around you was pissed because it would leak out. Like, what if for some reason you needed to farm dandelions? And you were just like, I've just got this big old field and it's nothing but dandelions. And then all the people in the houses around it are like, fuck you, it's my garden.
Presumably someone does. Like, they need something to go with all that burdock.
Yeah. They've got to be farmed somehow.
We were talking before we came on air about something and something being like primary brand. What about dandelion and burdock? I know that's not a brand per se, but is that like a premium drink, do you think?
I mean, probably. If we're,
Sounds like
if
it.
we're assuming that you don't farm dandelions industrially.
I mean, just a strong breeze one day would devastate that dandelion field, wouldn't it?
I don't actually know what bit of the dandelion they harvest for flavour.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the... Like,
is it the flower?
Flower part or the stem part?
Yeah.
Or the leaf part, I guess.
To put in what? Is it a drink?
Yeah, dandelion and burdock's a drink, yeah. Or drink flavouring, I suppose.
Is it just a nice flavour, or is it some kind of,
It's pretty nice. Yeah, I've had a fair bit of it in my time. It's all right.
I'm used to elderflower, but not dandelion flavours.
I mean, same concept, I guess.
Yeah. Rose water.
That elderflower syrup is quite strong once you get it
Elderflower
distilled down. It's like, yeah.
Well, everything is quite strong once you distill it down.
Right?
That's kind of the point. Like, if you have actual vanilla and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like a...
I'll blow your head off.
Does it count as a press when it's like that? Or presse when you do that to elderflower?
Yeah, what is the difference between the cordial and the presse? All those things.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Isn't the presse like pre-mixed but still and not sparkling or something? I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
There's a pretty funny video recently of James May of Top Gear fame, of old Top Gear fame, ranking squashes like like Robinson's fruit and barley and stuff like that. Cool. And he's he is so he is basically like pro everything. So everything ended up in first place. It's
S rank for all.
Apart from one, there was one he didn't like, or not as much. He said that's still pretty good, but that's going second place. Like everything else was first.
Stringent on this stuff. I don't like it. I don't even like standard Robinson's orange squash.
No, I'm not.
I'm not into like high juice. It's the only way.
See, I like most squashes, but like I don't know, just orange. I went off that like many years ago. Because it started tasting a bit soapy to me, like regular ass, just orange on its own squash.
Yeah,
not that great. But
you should get the high juice. It's
orange high juice is amazing.
Orange high juice, yeah. Although due to sugar tax, it's like quite hard to find.
Yeah.
Non or sugared high juice. I know you kind of classic variety,
and this is what I sort of mean by like when I understand your question, like what's the difference between these things, like right? Because a high juice strikes me as like quite a different thing to squash. It tastes very different. It tastes very well. It's a lot sweeter for one thing, but
you can dilute as much as you like.
Yeah, but it is a very different thing. I don't really know why.
Yeah. What makes it high juice if it's over 50% fruit juices now? I think is one of the stipulations.
I guess like if it's actually like concentrated from real fruit.
Yeah. I think Robinson's orange, it does have some real orange
maybe
in it, but I don't know how much. More than Sunny Delight, let's put it that way, which I think I looked once when they were crazed for Sunny Delight, and it's 3% orange juice.
Oh, yeah.
Sunny Delight.
Sunny D is mad.
Yeah. Like, give me the purple stuff.
I hope you like colourful urine.
No, it turns your skin orange as well, doesn't it? Sunny Delight, if you drink enough of it.
Did it? Oh my god.
Yeah. It might change people's skin.
Oh, is that what Trump's been doing all these years?
Definitely not.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be anywhere near a fruit.
That's true. That's true.
He's no bigger fruit than me.
Was that your Trump?
More of a vegetable. Carrots, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you go orange from drinking carrot juice?
Yes.
Okay.
Carrots are the classic.
Yeah.
It was the old, which may kind of be a bit of a myth, but also was partially true. But it was like when it was like carrots are good for your eyesight, and then people just ate a shit ton of carrots and became orange. It's like, whoops.
The story, which is probably made up, is that was like a cover for the invention of radar. They were just like, oh, we eat lots of carrots, so we could see your fighters in the dark, you Nazis. And they were like,
that's pretty funny.
None of that may actually be true.
No, maybe totally made up.
It's true now. I've decided.
My mum has recently been growing carrots, but they're like dark purple carrots.
Oh yeah. I've seen those.
Oh. But is that fancier or nicer, or
I don't think it's any different as far as I can tell.
No.
Not that I like carrots to start with, so I barely ever eat any carrots. But it's just like these little bits of carrot I see. It's like, this seems like carrot to me.
I've had purple carrot before, and I couldn't discern a difference particularly. I'm sure chefy types probably would. It's like, oh, there's a bitterness missing from these.
Maybe
a certain cardboard texture is lacking.
I quite like a carrot. The old raw carrot sticks and whatever.
Well, yeah,
is a good combo.
Yeah, you got to stick and dip.
I mean, that's the thing. Is
stick
like,
and dip.
I like raw carrots fine enough, but like,
cooked carrots aren't.
Stop cooking them.
Yeah,
or
they're not great.
I mean, like most vegetables, in my opinion, there's like you can't have anywhere between raw and very cooked. Like that middle section where they're partially cooked is the bit that I hate.
Well,
but that's just undercooked carrots, right?
Yeah, but people like
al dente. Is that what you mean? So it's
Yeah.
like al dente
Carrots.
veg. They like firm broccoli or whatever. And it's like, no, boil that shit.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think I prefer my and cauliflower a little bit drowned.
Yeah.
I do think carrots mysteriously taste better cut lengthways than cut just cut into circles.
It's probably because you're eating the core, right? It's just like you're getting more core. Well, not really more, I guess. You're eating it in a different way.
Yeah, it'll be like a surface area to mouthfeel thing.
You're exposing the core to oxygen before you eat it.
Yeah. But then
I think there's just.
But then the strength of like a carrot stick is the dipping, right? Because you rarely just eat a carrot stick on its own. It's like you dip it in something filthy,
making it
like it's all about
unhealthy.
the sauce or something. Because like the idea of like just dry like circular cut carrots and peas and stuff on a plate is just very unappealing, you know.
Yeah, it is unappealing, but as a like a quick go-to if I need a veg element on this plate, which in fairness is a thought that doesn't occur to me
naturally.
But if it did, it's a pretty easy one.
That's why you need mashed potato, which is easy to just squash them into.
I see. You mash it into the veg. Yeah, I guess mashing carrots into your potatoes makes them somewhat undetectable.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, you don't have to pre-do it. You can have them separate on the plate and then do it yourself as you're eating.
I was talking to someone about this the other day. Is like mashing vegetables like an inherently British cuisine thing? Like, with the exception of hummus, right, which is clearly mashed chickpeas, right, and wine.
Well, mashed potato is common in like American cuisine, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but did
that come from us?
It came from us. Yeah,
everything
came from us. Yeah.
Like mushy peas was the other one that came out. Like we just mashed up some peas. Yeah, why not? Swede. Let's mash it up and put that with your mashed potatoes as well for some reason. That one is detectable.
I'm sure taking any vegetable type thing and mashing it has probably been invented everywhere in the entire world.
Yeah, probably.
It's the same as bread. It's just like
but we mashed that up right as well for like bread sauce and.
Yeah, but I meant in the process of making bread, not after the bread. Maybe bread sauce is slightly unusual, where you've taken an already complete product and then mashed that up.
Bread sauce is fucked up, man. Like it's just.
I really like it with the. I only ever have it one day, right, a year.
Sure.
With the Christmas dinner. But somebody asked me, like, in a group setting, like, well, what's the one weird, like, thing that your family has, like, at Christmas dinner? The one, and I was like, I think we're fairly conventional. I mean, obviously we have bread sauce, and they were like, what the hell is that? And I explained it. They were like, oh, that's weird. I was like, and that was the thing that apparently my family has bread sauce. And I was like, no, that's good.
It's super rare that we have it, even at Christmas, but like, even then, it like kind of weirds me out. I kind of have to have a bit of it because it's there, and it's just like, because it is so odd to me. It's like, there's a sauce that somewhat tastes like fresh bread. I should like this, right? I like fresh bread. I like sauce. This is nope. like I'll have a little bit of it and be like, right, yeah, that's novelty box checked for the year. That'll do. Like horseradish in that camp for me. Yeah, a little bit. Like horseradish is kind of nuts. It's like it's not that nice, but it can make the veggie part of your roast dinner slightly nicer, I suppose. But also, when do you have horseradish like on the side of the plate with vegetables or something? Yeah, kind of. It's like I guess it's like paired with parsnips. I want to say, but like it tends to go with like a beef dish.
If I had a beef roast, I would definitely have English mustard, not horseradish, right? Like Coleman's yellow explosive.
The Norwich stuff.
Yeah, that's great with beef. I don't know. Then do you have both? Sure, you don't have that and the horseradish. Maybe just put all of it. Put wasabi on there as well.
Oh man, you just reminded me. It's a really long time since I've made what one of my previous bosses used to call chip sauce, which is like get one of those like Coleman's-y strong ass mustards and then like blend it like 1 to 3 with mayonnaise. And it's like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for chip.
That actually sounds good.
It's pretty good for chip dipping. Like, unlike the name, like chip sauce is not made by just taking chips and mushing them up somehow.
That's the new version of bread sauce.
It's the weirdest form of mashed potato. Like you've made them into chips and then you've mashed up the chips.
I mean, that probably would improve the flavour.
I mean, maybe, maybe like the crispy surface, adds something to it. Yeah, there might like a skin on mash. Have you ever done those? Like a mash with skin in it? That's kind of weird. I'm not sure I'm into that.
It's just a potato. It's just like pre-chewed potato. It's not even that unusual.
Potato.
I think it probably was my granddad or something that introduced me to the Coleman's yellow Norwich blow your head off stuff with the beef.
That was all the mustard I knew, right? And I thought for years that was what mustard.
Frenches.
Well,
right.
That was the thing. Yeah, I hadn't had Frenches, but I'd had whenever someone had like you went to a pub or something, right? Like, and it's always like that kind of explosive mustard, yeah. Or even the French stuff, right? Is somewhat along that line. Confusingly, because French's mustard isn't French, right? It's American mustard. No. And like, yeah, it was a really long time till I had French's mustard, and that's quite a different thing. That's quite palatable. You can like put that on anything almost.
I mean, the French ones are kind of in between, especially the kind of whole grainy one. They're not nearly as
whole grain mustard yellow. Is a whole nother level, but yeah, that is delicious. I love that stuff.
It's real nice. Or like, what's it called? Like Grey Poupon type mustard or whatever. Have you heard of that brand? It's the dumbest.
Grey Poupon?
It sounds, it's Dijon mustard, right? That's the stuff, which is much less strong than like, but yeah, Grey Poupon is such a great brand. It sounds really unappetizing. It's not great at all.
But yeah, even Dijon is like fairly strong in the
compared to French's, but less so than Coleman's with the
ranking of mustards.
Yeah, bright yellow. But my granddad would say that there was this saying apparently that like Mr. Coleman wouldn't make his profit from the mustard that you actually consumed. It would be, his profit was what was left on the side of the plate.
I
was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah. And my granddad was like, no, I eat all of it. I was like, I don't think you get the point of this saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it. That's quite clever. I thought you were going to say like actually he was in the business of mustard gas, but it's like that's where he makes his money.
Maybe. I don't think mustard gas actually it's just a name, isn't it? It's not actually related to mustard seed, is it?
I thought it was actually.
Maybe it is. I don't know, maybe it is.
I mean, it's not made of mustard. Be one step back in the process. It's not bread sauce. We're not taking the mustard and then gasifying it.
A bread sauce vapor.
This is where the Americans had real trouble in World War One because they only had Frenches and it wasn't effective against the
well, no, if you sprayed it on the enemy, wouldn't they run away?
Anyway, you can
French
tell
cowardice joke.
Anyway, you can tell Rob's hungry.
I'm so, yeah, I've had a biscuit before we got on air, but I've had a hungry day. I don't know why. But
Lucy, have you got any kitchen bitching to go with your hunger?
No, I think it's been fairly stable in the kitchen.
It's working.
Yeah, things are functioning. I mean, the water pressure has been weird because, as Zac may have noticed, once again, Anglian Water have been out in force in my area.
Gone to the other end of the street again.
They can't fix. They've actually closed the road and everything, which has actually been really nice.
Like, no cars driving past.
No car. I mean,
that's why it's so quiet.
I mean, there's a little bit of entertainment as cars like come up this way and then have to turn around right in front of my house, and it's like, you didn't read the sign. But also, or the extra sign that someone put on the sign because there's down the road it says like road closed ahead, and someone has slapped a bit of white paper with black text on it saying, "Yes, it is." Like it really is closed.
A lot of the times when they have those signs, especially on this road, they actually aren't fully closed.
Yeah.
It's only like half closed.
Yeah, you can go around them, but not the case here. Kind of funny. Anyway, I guess that's the most bitching of kitchen.
Road bitching.
Yeah, road bitching. Yeah, I went on holiday. So that happened. Went to stay in a castle.
Nice. Whereabouts?
In Warwick, Warwickshire.
Not Warwick Castle, presumably.
No, not Warwick Castle. Although we did go and visit Warwick Castle because we were nearby and we were thinking, well, what are we going to do around here?
We'll go from one castle to another castle.
Yeah, we'll go from the castle where we're staying into a big castle. Warwick Castle, for those that don't know, is like it's not a British heritage or like what's the other one? National Trust site or something like that. It is Merlin operated.
Yes, it's basically a theme park at this point.
Kinda, but not really. Like, it's a crap theme park if that's what they're going for.
Well, it's a more literal theme park. Like, it's a theme park.
Yeah.
It's not like roller coasters or whatever.
No, there's not rides.
It's medieval themed.
There isn't rides. It is obscenely overpriced, I would say that much. Somewhat ridiculously so. But and very overcrowded. It was pretty crowded and full of wasps.
As you do.
So it was, I don't know. But we did get to see some jousting, which was fun. There was like a jousting show with like actors and horse tricks and far too much acting. But you know, they did something. They had like pre-exploderized, you know, lances that would are supposed to shatter into splinters and stuff.
Right.
Kind of like A Knight's Tale.
Right.
Which, if you haven't seen it, badass film, by the way.
Yeah, pretty good film.
Pretty good film. So that was kind of entertaining. Marzi doesn't think so.
No.
He wasn't there.
That's the disappointment.
That was. I mean, it was a very nice, calm holiday because, yeah, sorry, Marzi, but we left you behind. Which, you know, sometimes a parent needs to do. Let's put it that way. And we had a very calming time. But we also went to the British Motor Museum. Shout out to my man Tony, who was in the Jag collection. Who apparently knew the founder of Jaguar. He was properly old.
Wow.
But and was driving a bunch of stuff and was a font of knowledge. Pretty cool guy to talk to. Shout out to you. British Motor Museum, that's pretty cool. They had and here we go. Here's my segue. They had a Forza Horizon 6 exhibition there.
Really?
This is a podcast about video games. They had some of the cars from the game. They didn't have like the poster child, right? The GT from the front of the box. They didn't have that. And it's I don't know how many of those actually exist in the world, but yeah, they had like an Impreza and I think there was an Aerial Atom and a few other cars that were there. I wouldn't say like super like Japanese focus of the cars they had on display up there. Oh, they had a Mini Cooper Works, for instance, that I guess was one of the ones in a mission or something. Anyway, and like each one of them was presented next to their like information card as presented from the game. You know, the sort of ranking and the description that it had, like, so it was all themed up, and they had like big banners with the car graphics from the game. They had a few sims set up as well, so you could play it. There was supposedly a lap time challenge on, but no one was manning the systems, and they were just running on Xboxes, so everyone was just doing whatever on them. So it's like, oh, why don't we go with the lap time challenge? And it's like, there's no indication of what the challenge is. no one. Yeah, because there was no one manning.
No way to compete with anyone there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
that's a shame.
Yeah.
Could have crushed them.
No, I doubt it. I had a quick go, and it was like in a Honda Civic on a particular, but like it seemed like quite a well-spec'd Honda Civic, like upgraded in a certain way. But it was on the rig, they had like no assists turned on and stuff like that. And it was like, that took me a little while to get used to the no ABS again and find the breaking point. But it did eventually, and put down what I thought was a decent run.
Respectable run?
Yeah, respectable. Not brilliant. It took me a few attempts to get into the swing of the handle, but that was all right. Yeah, it just sort of somewhat renewed my interest in perhaps getting the wheel out again. You never know. Trying to figure out how to mount it in this room and having a go with it. Because there is no doubt racing games are just a bit more fun on a wheel.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was that. There was some cool stuff there. They have a whole like section dedicated to prototype cars, which was neat.
All manufacturers or?
Well, the British Motor Museum has a British focus, so I should put it that way. So there's a lot of stuff from like British Leyland and Jag and I think there's some Astons around stuff like that. Yeah, some really interesting stuff. So shout out to them. That was fun. They had a replica and they didn't have the real one, which I was a little bit disappointed with, but they had a Jaguar just hanging out in the parking lot.
What, from Austin Powers?
Yeah, I think it was used in the marketing of Austin Powers. It wasn't the one they used in the film.
Hero car.
Yeah, but but they used it for the marketing of the film at the time.
Right, because obviously that one must be in California, because that was the joke, right?
Yeah.
I love that. It's like, isn't it funny how the English countryside looks in no way like Southern California?
It's brilliant. Yes, that was fun. Also, yeah, shout out to Castle Folly, which is where we were staying. Like, it's one of the tiniest places I've ever Airbnb'd, but also like one of the best. It was one of those like they've thought of everything venues. It's like you open the cupboard and it's like, oh cool, yeah, that's where all that stuff is. That's why they've covered everything in little knights to like play up the fact that it's built in a castle. They've and the bits they had, like it was all like wood panelled and ye olde looking and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, and they knew it was our anniversary, so they put on an extra. There was extra effort to like just decorate the place with stuff, and it's like, yeah, shout out to them. Go stay in the Castle Folly, but not when I want to stay there, because I might stay there again. It was pretty cool. Anyway, I had a pretty chill time in a hot tub.
Ooh,
I had a hot tub as well. Ye olde hot tub. No, the hot tub.
Wasn't it ye olde? Not a hot tub time machine then.
Not a hot. Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah. Pretty modern. Very nice. I had a very nice time. So yeah, I'll be using the video buffer. I actually don't have any. That's the problem. Other than wasps basically knocking a hot dog out of Gnome's hand, like I don't really have anything to complain about, like, which is unusual because that's where the fun lies.
That's what 90% of our podcast usually is about video games.
How did these wasps manage to knock a hot dog out of someone's hand?
Oh, well,
it's reaction, isn't it?
So,
it's like when a wasp
yeah.
interfaces with a human, you slap.
So kinda, yeah. This wasp like was persistent on me for like a good few minutes. There's me like walking around for a while, just trying to outpace this wasp. It's like it'll get bored eventually and kind of wander off, right? So like. It's me doing a walk for ages, and then I just sort of like come very reasonably close to Gnome, who has one of those handheld fans out at the time, and her hot dog in the other one. The wasp sort of floats over to her, and she sort of just meaningfully sort of swipes at it with the fan. Hot dog goes flying. And it's like, so there's me like running away from this wasp for minutes, and then like the moment it goes near Gnome, the hot dog is done.
Absolute toast.
Absolute toast. And then at that point, it was just like, would you like my hot dog? Because she was fuming. And those are expensive damn hot dogs.
Right, yeah. Expensive sacrifice at the slightly overpriced, or tremendously overpriced Warwick Castle situation.
Yeah.
England, man. Can really overcharge these days.
Oh boy, can they.
Warwick Castle is slightly a special case, though, as we mentioned. Because it is basically a theme park-esque thing.
I guess we haven't been back to like somewhere like Alton or Thorpe for a great many years at this point.
I've been getting a lot of Thorpe Park adverts recently on YouTube. Maybe not coincidentally.
What's that?
I think they need people to visit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Thorpe Park closed its water park, right? That was like a big part of it.
Probably it's real dry there at the moment.
Yeah.
No water park.
Well, no, but it's like permanently shut now.
Well, sure.
Like, I think it was shortly after they had it as the secondary location on Taskmaster, like it closed down. I blame Taskmaster completely.
Totally their fault.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if I assume the tickets to get in are like obscenely expensive, and then I guess the advantage of a theme park is like once you're in, at least it's free to go on the rides generally, right?
Apart from the time investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still have to pay for hot dogs though.
Well, yeah, and food.
Yeah. Although they do at least have those like you can still get those cups of like infinite fizz. Though, right? Do you remember we did that a few times? We've been at Fort Park. You can get these. You basically go and so like instead of going like, "Oh, I want a Coke," you can have like, "No, I want an infinite Coke," and they serve it to you in a special cup, so they know you've done it. So then you can just go back to one of these kiosks at any point and just be like, "Fill her up." And that's not a bad idea, to be honest. Although potential sugar high or aspartame high now, I guess, because it would be Coke Zero.
Surely the sugar high would help with a theme park day. You need energy.
Well, I've definitely done it before and then come away very headachy by the end of the day. And I blame the Coke refills entirely for that. Anyway, I finished Spider Noir. Spider Noir rocks. I don't know if I mentioned that last time. That was pretty good. I went back to... You know what? I'll talk about this later. This ties into a bit of news.
Okay.
Well, let's segue into video game news, since this is a podcast about video games.
Can I talk about YouTube ads again for a second?
Do they involve
YouTube
bad
ads.
game ads?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, first of all, I want just the general YouTube bad advert situation that I'm always bringing up. It's been weird again because we've come back into another time period where, for some reason, they all have incredibly bad audio. Like, it can't be like saving megabytes or whatever. Like, you can't be saving upload bandwidth on making audio this shit. But they do for some reason.
It is a slightly odd choice.
Especially because, like, a lot of the time you won't even be looking at it. You'll only be hearing the audio. Because
is this like another option they could have put on their like AI or like generators to be like, well,
make the audio less good?
Yeah, can I pay less and like
maybe? I don't think there's like in some cases it's just been like actual brands and stuff, but just they have a music track or whatever playing over their advert, and it's just shit quality for no apparent reason.
Weird.
Like, why would you do that? Unless that is like some kind of YouTube ad tier where it's like the audio quality is like you pay more for a higher audio quality track on your advert or whatever.
Oh, what you mean, like in one of Google's own tools?
Yeah.
That would be weird.
It would be weird. There's no, like, it can't save that much bandwidth for Google to have the audio part of a video stream be worse quality.
Unless it's like a content ID thing, or...
I wouldn't have thought so. Not with the real brands that are doing this kind of thing.
That's quite odd.
And then, shit AI ads have continued. And there was a particularly funny one where it's... for some reason, I guess this comes in waves, but we've got to the point where they're doing the classic adverts where it's like, don't you hate all these fake game adverts while it's playing a fake game adverts?
Yeah.
But this one was particularly funny because the person saying this was not in fact a person, it was an AI-generated alien commenting on the fakeness of these fake game adverts. It's like, I choose to believe that this is incompetence, not irony.
That would be amazing if it was irony. If it was like a meta joke.
Yeah, I don't think this is like the day-to-day levels of comedic genius going on here.
No.
And then the other adverts related to video games, it was quite funny because I started seeing a shit ton of adverts from Roblox for some reason.
Right.
But then, like, literally a day later after those ads started turning up, I started seeing thumbnails of YouTube videos that are like, Roblox is in trouble, they've lost 70 million users or whatever. And it's like, oh,
Right.
well, that explains that.
Oh, I see. Have they? Oh, is that news?
Apparently. Roblox is not doing great currently.
Huh.
So you can tell if Roblox is doing bad or Thorpe Park just by your
just
YouTube
by whether
ads.
they're advertising.
They've increased their ad spend, therefore they mustn't be good.
Yeah.
Is this like true of like gacha games on like Facebook ads or something?
Maybe.
Because, like,
The ones that are going out of business or whatever,
Yeah.
closing down. And then I've also started seeing, maybe also not uncoincidentally, seeing adverts for Fortnite. It's like,
oh yeah, but is it because of Long Sonic?
yes.
Yeah.
God, that was the thing I wanted to mention about those most recent Fortnite adverts. Is like every time I see current Fortnite, it's just like Fortnite is so gross to look at. It's like
Yeah.
back in the day, we complained about how
Yeah.
much they fucked up the aesthetic of TF2.
Well,
but like Fortnite is
See,
like
I know I was never on board with that camp. I kind of liked the hats.
some of them. The
But
earlier
TF2
ones.
had a really strong aesthetic in the first place. I don't think Fortnite ever
Well, Fortnite had an aesthetic, but then
Yeah,
they just
it did.
started dumping everything into it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was watching, not uncoincidentally, because I remembered that this was a thing, that they put one of the characters from Enfield into Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
But like, I watched a bit of footage of someone showing that, I guess, and they were playing as the Enfield character, and they were fighting the Simpsons version of John Wick. And I was just like, man, this just looks ass.
There's a Simpsons John Wick.
Yep. From when they did the Simpsons crossover.
Oh, that's
Zombie
weird.
Simpsons.
But yeah.
Oh, they've announced another Simpsons movie. Did you hear about that?
I
by
did,
the way?
yes, I did hear that. I see we're excited for it.
And that will go into Fortnite, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll premiere
presumably.
in Fortnite.
Oh God. Hey, while we're on the subject of like films, very quickly, did you see that Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner film is actually coming out?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
versus Acme. Like after
It's
all
like
the
a
tax,
meta joke.
yeah,
The
after all
fact
the
that
tax write-off thing from like 3 years ago, whatever, it's
Yeah.
actually coming out, and it looks really good.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty not bad. And that's funny, like, but people want to like it, right? Because
yeah.
it's like
The
stuff
underdog
you
story.
to the man, right? Yeah.
Screw
but
you
also,
for finishing a thing and then not putting it out. That was the whole like thing. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was even in like early production or
No, it
something
was
and
done.
then they canned it. No, it was in the
Yeah.
can.
it's because they didn't want to spend the marketing budget, and then they wanted to. Right, it was a tax write-off.
Tax
right?
write-off, yeah, supposedly
Yeah.
for like 30 million or something. But when it's like, okay, well, it's like, could they have made 30 million after adding to the budget in terms of marketing? It's like, could they
Yeah.
have made 30 million in profit? And I guess they decided they couldn't. So it's like, well, let's just keep that 30 mil. Is how they word it to investors, I guess, or shareholders, or whoever they're beholden to. Which I
get
find
the
nuts.
feeling that
like
people are like being kinder to it than they would have done. You know what I mean?
Probably,
But I think
yeah.
it's probably pretty all right.
I mean, I did listen to a bit of like I saw it pop. My first like knowledge of this was because there was a Kermode and Mayo review turned up on my, and I was just like, wait, what? What? I was
Yeah,
like,
it's happening.
I have to listen to this, and they were like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not Space Jam 2, so it's pretty good.
That's kind of a
But it's
low
also
bar.
not Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, video game news, I guess.
Video games.
What is the news? What's
Well,
going
I
on?
guess the news most pertinent to Dan is that GTA 6 gameplay footage has leaked ahead of the extended look, which is happening in, 5 days' time? Time of
Yeah.
recording?
Yep.
I haven't
On
watched any of...
Netflix.
Well, on
Yeah.
Netflix, yeah, and then a day later everywhere else. I haven't I haven't watched any of this footage. I'd like from the sources I saw where it was being posted and shared, those links have gone down. So,
well, the lawyers are out in force.
The lawyers are out in force, but this guy like is being quite brazen with it, right? He was like, "Oh, I'm going to charge you like a ridiculous amount of money to even talk to me," like this leaker, even indirectly without giving away anonymously in some way. Like, yeah, he's really been playing it up. But yeah, Take-Two are pissed.
Well, of course.
Going after, they are subpoenaing Microsoft specifically for to try and get information about who accessed a GitHub repository. Because obviously, Microsoft owns GitHub. And Discord for various chat logs that may lead to the leaker's identity. So yeah, good luck, mate. Good luck. I hope it was worth it.
This guy, I mean, do you remember the Half-Life 2 leak, right? That was
wasn't that like most of the game, right? Or like an early version of the source code or something? That
really, like, they had to like rebuild stuff and they changed direction and stuff like that, which is very different to this. But like, it's like the guy doing this, he's probably an idiot, right? They'll find him and then it's gonna ruin his life, right? What a moron. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. People are like, oh, this is so terrible. It's like, it's not going to affect GTA 6 in any way. I don't think.
It might affect, Netflix a little bit.
Well, yes.
Yeah, but not even Netflix. Like, they don't need, it's just an added bonus for them, right?
Yeah, if anything, it's done positive, right? Like, the people I've seen reporting on this and read about this have said, like, yeah, this footage looks pretty good. I'm excited. So yeah, I haven't seen.
I mean, some people are like, "Oh, it just looks like a GTA game," and it's like, "Well, duh."
Sure.
You steal cars.
Yeah.
You run around.
So I haven't necessarily. I haven't seen any. Yeah, I would say like negative sentiment. Like I don't necessarily agree that like saying it looks like GTA is necessarily negative because that's what we're getting.
Yeah.
No kidding. Although a bit of me like I guess there is some element of. Like, well, it's they've been working on it for this long. Maybe it would look, or maybe it would be interesting if it did have a different look and feel to it, like in a dramatic way. Like, I guess my concern is like maybe it's like it looks too much like GTA of old, as opposed to there being enough of a more.
My preference point. I do think that Red Dead 2 looks like quite different to Red Dead 1 in a generational definite leap kind of, more than generational leap kind of way.
And it's more than just it's more than just like it's the way things move, it's the way the world looks and stuff like that. There is more to like the thing about Red Dead, right? And I guess this is probably will be true of GTA as well, that it's like all of that stuff can improve, but then the HUD's like identical, right? Like the HUD still feels Rockstar. In both in all of their games.
Well, I think the one other thing that is how I would say you can always tell that it's a Rockstar game like that is their like character kinematic system. It's like that's been since probably GTA 4. You can always tell because they have that kind of physical motion to them, which is obviously good. Like it's a well-designed thing, but it looks that you can tell it's them doing it.
Yeah,
Red Dead and in GTA.
I guess you're right. Like I don't think they call it the Euphoria engine anymore, right? But it's
just like how Havoc physics, you can always tell when it's Havoc physics.
Kinda, yeah. Or like, or even like the original Ragdoll look from like early Unreal Engine stuff. Unreal Engine 2 was there? Like Ragdolls? I guess it would.
That's the reason I want to see the footage, but I'm not going to. I'll wait until the reveal. But it's like, as I've said over and over, like they just need to somehow solve the unsolvable problem of keeping that, but
making it
super responsive and not like you have so much input lag. But it's, maybe it's impossible, but if you spend like a moonshot money on it, maybe there's a way.
I guess it is impossible, right? Because even just thinking about the fundamentals of what makes a jump. Yeah. Right, like it's even if you just
jump is a hard example. Like
jump is super hard.
There are no realistic jumps in video games.
I guess maybe Tony Hawk's
Tomb Raider 1, where you have to like
It's the games
run
where
up.
yeah, it's the games where they have a loading mechanic, right, to the jump, right? Yeah, Tomb Raiders isn't bad actually. Even original Tomb Raiders isn't terrible in that regard. But like, it's games where you like have to preload the jump and release to actually jump.
Yeah,
they obviously have the time and the input in which to animate that properly. But everything else, like the most recent thing that comes to my head was that trailer for Lao Fei. For God of War Lao Fei, right?
Yeah.
She does she jumps and then does a double jump, and it looks well jank, like compared to the rest of the game. And it's just, and it's because it's an impossible problem.
GTA and like Red Dead are lucky because jumping is not important. I mean, it's needed so that you can not get stuck on little bits of terrain, but it's not like a part of the gameplay like it is in God of War, for example, or less so Kratos, I guess, but he does jump, I suppose, sometimes. But you know what I mean? It's like, if that part doesn't look realistic, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't a jump in like the most recent God of Wars, right? You were grounded.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's very much the character, isn't it?
Yeah,
of Kratos.
I mean, the problem with GTA's like character kinematics thing is like, I think since GTA 4, it feels like they've been getting it like closer to being good, but it's the classic GTA 4 example of like staggering, right? Like you get hit by something, but then you'd like stagger for so fucking long.
Well, and it's not even really I don't think even like in Red Dead, right? Stagger is particularly the right word. Like you're in an animation loop or you're flumping. Like there's still like there isn't really a middle ground per se, and that is, in fairness, pretty difficult, right? Like very difficult to do, in fact. But like it's not so much like whenever someone like bumps into you, like in Assassin's Creed, that's what I think about. That's a canned animation, right, of the bump,
right? Yeah,
and it's like yeah.
But when they release that into just the physics engine too far, you get those really ridiculous staggers where it's like you take several steps to recover to even give you back control. Essentially,
everything wobbles a bit too much, and yeah.
This is where I am tempted to watch the leaked footage, although I won't, because I heard that there's just a bit of gameplay where the main character's outside his own house and he plays a little bit of, basketball with the hoop that's attached to the side of his house. And just watching that would tell you a lot about how the kinematics work.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, I haven't watched it, but it won't be long.
I mean, arguably, it depends if that's like a more canned system, for that thing, and maybe isn't representative for the rest of it.
Could well be, yeah.
But yes, in an ideal world, that kind of stagger would be, you'd have this, it would probably be, it wouldn't necessarily be that difficult to like program, I don't think, but it would probably be impossible to play, to actually have like ways you can react on your controls to control a stagger like that, as you would in real life when you react to things like that.
Yeah. So you can influence it in some way, even if
I guess
give you a sense.
Baby steps.
But because you don't have the perception of the physical body of the character in the game, it would probably make it really difficult to control that. Unlike in real life, when you your body just does it automatically.
How Madden does it these days, right? Because isn't that supposed to be like a quite physics-driven...
Sure, but you're not controlling those characters still.
Most of them, yeah.
Well, even the one you're controlling, it's like once the collision happens, it's out of your control at that point.
I suppose, yeah.
In American football, at least, I wonder if it's different in the soccer, like with the not FIFA.
FC.
Yes. Anyway, that was the GTA.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they'll find that guy. I'm sure it will not be good for him. Unfortunately,
they'll take him to Florida. That will be his punishment.
Probably.
Play GTA for real.
Forever. This is your punishment. You can do nothing else for the rest of your life but play GTA on display in Florida. Halo is apparently not selling very well. The campaign evolved version, particularly on PlayStation. So this whole like push into multi-platform,
new markets. Yeah.
Apparently not. Yeah, apparently PlayStation don't care.
Apparently, there are people buying it at PlayStation. People like me who have nostalgia for having an Xbox.
I guess. Yeah.
Did it come out at the exact same time?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it was a simultaneous.
So they can't really blame reviews for that.
No. Well, I mean, but the reviews are generally pretty positive, right? Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
The Halo community seem to be really down on it. I don't know why. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, there is a weird. I mean, I guess the purist side don't like, well, they changed. They added sprinting. They changed the assault rifle.
Well, and,
blah 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 blah.
And
blah.
me and Rob haven't seen
Yeah,
the extra bits of the prologue and whatnot yet because we didn't play that at the first. We're saving that till afterwards.
Yes.
So we haven't seen the new content.
The new stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people complaining about the visual look, like in particular, like Johnson and always Cortana. Right? No one's ever happy with how Cortana looks.
Never. No.
But yeah, the Johnson has definitely been a fairly large focus of the why did they model him like this kind of argument.
More the fact that he's constantly mugging to camera, but I guess that was in the game.
That was kind of how it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the I kind of agree with the sentiments about like the cutscenes are perhaps a bit, the new versions of the cutscenes are perhaps a bit
overdone. But that's not why
overdone.
PlayStation gamers are not buying it.
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely
the
not.
only people complaining about the cutscenes are us that know how they should be.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and I think all of these things are generally minor. I wonder if the community has a somewhat like, it's that Unreal. It just looks like Unreal Engine. And it's like, it kind of does, but it's like it's a pretty good implementation of Unreal Engine. That look, it's a bit more vibrant than what I would normally associate with.
Yeah.
And as I say, the art, as we've talked about before, the art direction is more Halo than it was the last time they had a go at this.
Yes.
by quite some margin. Like, it's fine.
By the way, I guess this is what you've been playing a little bit, but like they patched stuff last week. And stuff that I was complaining about in the last podcast.
Absolutely. I even wrote this down because I thought you'd be interested. It's like, yes, Jackal stunning is fixed.
Shoot the jack. I tried it and it's fixed. You can shoot the jackals in the hand now.
Yeah. I thought it was just like had to be really precise or something because it seemed to be happening for us when we played it last.
Yeah,
but
it was happening at some points.
But yeah, there were definitely times where it felt like I'm sure I just pistoled that guy.
Well, I want to see if how much that affects the Warthog because that was my problem with it. Like how you can point the chain gun at them for several seconds before it actually do anything.
I mean, I guess you'd need to actually I guess the chain gun has enough of a random spread.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'd expect.
Yeah,
that there'd just be so many bullets that eventually it would stun them, but not as eventually as it seems like it is.
Yeah,
hopefully.
The other thing the other big thing that people were complaining about was a prequel mission thing, and like because there are apparently moments in those missions where there's like wait for Johnson to go do a thing,
and he doesn't just instantly teleport.
Well, he doesn't, or just didn't do the thing, or took far too long to do the thing, which obviously spoilt the flow of it a bit. So those have been improved apparently. The other bit of information that we learned about Halo is that like this was a wildly outsourced project. Like, it's not 343 Studios, and you can just say it was 343 Studios. We had talked about, like, a long time before its release, that there was some rumours floating around that Virtuos, however you pronounce it, were involved in the project. And turns out they were. I think Virtuos are, like... I always get this wrong, but in my head, I think they're the studio that helped out with some of the Bethesda stuff recently. The sort of maligned remakes, shall we say, and remasterings. That they might not be the best studio at doing this stuff. But they seem to have, whatever, they've improved this time, let's put it that way. But also Playground were involved, Ninja Theory were apparently involved in the project, like 15 studios in total.
So what does that mean? Does that mean
does that mean they're working on something else? Like or is 343 just like kind of a shell that then puts the work out to... It's not the first time we've heard of this. I can't remember. There was a studio fairly recently. It was Beast of Reincarnation team, Pokemon guys, Game Freak. There we go.
Right.
They mostly outsourced the work for Beast of Reincarnation. But it wasn't very much. Like the design, the ideas guys were in house, but most of the work was done out of house. It's not the first time we've heard of this sort of practice going on. But yeah, kind of interesting. Yeah, what does that mean? What are 343 doing? Is 343 even a big development house anymore.
Yeah. Or Halo Studios, I guess it's.
Oh yeah, of course, it's Halo Studios now.
Yep. You've gone completely the wrong way. Although you could ask the question of like, what is 343 doing only in Sony?
That's Bungie, right?
Well, sure. But essentially the same situation.
Yeah. God. 343 was a fine name. They didn't have to change it to Halo Studios. I guess 343 is a bit more inside baseball, but like...
Yeah, but who cares? It's a developer name.
Yeah, it's a developer.
Call them whatever the fuck you want.
Should have called it 2401 after.
It's like if like Gears of War was just called Gears of War Studios, but no, they've kept that the Coalition, which makes sense because that's a Gears of War in-universe thing.
Yeah.
So it's Halo. Halo is a Halo.
Halo is an in-universe thing of Halo. That doesn't.
Yeah. Studios. It did say in the patch notes that the that weird like stuttering that I had or whatever, low frame rate enemies and physics that you guys didn't see is apparently a PS5 thing.
Oh, interesting.
And it's improved in the patch.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. So that makes sense.
Neat. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, I get. Yeah, we didn't counter it at all, really, or not noticeably. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense that that's a PlayStation specific issue.
Hmm.
Although, does it make sense that it's a PlayStation specific? How does that even happen?
Whatever it is, I went back to that. I was in that hangar where it happens, and it was definitely improved. So they're already fixing it, which is good.
Cool. I mean, I guess this is the standard for what Halo releases have been like. At this
Bad
point.
and they get fixed.
Yeah. The CD Projekt Red approach to releasing big video games. Release them broken, fix them later, they'll be fine.
It'd be nice if that wasn't the case for it being a remake, though.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. It'd be more acceptable if it was a fully new game.
It definitely feels worse. There's a lot of theories about like how like also that like Halo is competing with itself with this release, right? That's the phrase I keep hearing going around because you could play Halo 1 in a pretty good form, just don't turn the anniversary stuff on, in Master Chief Collection, which is available on Xbox and on Steam for cheaper than this is, right? So like it's kind of there is an argument for if you want to play Halo and you're listening to I suppose if you're listening to the community of the Halo purists not liking new Halo, then hey, that old Halo is available to you, along with 3 other Halo games for less money. So yeah, I guess that is a slightly tricky proposition.
Whereas if you want to play Grand Theft Auto 4, you kind of can't.
Yeah.
Unless you have a PC and then you have to mod it. Yeah. Yeah.
So weird
scenario.
Yourself
lucky.
Or you can get a physical copy. Physical games and play it on a PS3 or something.
For what? For PS3, I guess.
Yeah, you could. Or a 360. You could go do that. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd play it on PC, but,
Yeah.
You could. Enjoy those dropped frames. Right, what else is going on? Sony is apparently continuing its pivot away from live service by basically reworking that Horizon Hunters Gathering game they announced not that long ago, right? Oh, okay, was it? No, it might have been February. It might have been early this year that we heard about that. Which was going to be like a live service Fortnite version of Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, it had a storm wall enclosing on people. It looked a lot like Fortnite, but with, I mean, even like stylistically, it looked a lot like Fortnite. But they are apparently changing that so it is a co-op experience now. So it is not a live service game in the traditional sense of the word. It will be a standalone product with, quote, smaller scope. After apparently absolutely dreadful playtesting feedback. So it's
well, at least they tested it.
Well, yeah, they playtested it and it was like, well, this isn't going to work as a live service, I guess. Let's put it out some other way. And they've got until the end of the year, apparently, to prove that this direction is... that this rework can be done. Otherwise, the project will probably be canned.
But at least they decided not to release it and have it fail this time.
Yeah, no fail within 2 weeks. Yeah, be canned. Yeah, perhaps maybe they should have done that before announcing it, maybe, I guess, but...
Well, yes, considering it's a game that they kind of only revealed this year, you think... but then we said that about, like, Concord at the time, where it was like, why are you still making live service games? Back then!
Sure.
Like, everyone was already over that point, at that point.
Man, Concord still bums me out, because it did actually have promise as being an Overwatch alternative, but the problem is that Overwatch exists.
Well, yeah,
right?
that is
and then Marvel Rivals turned up and added to that space.
At least that has the Marvel brand.
Yeah,
that's their advantage.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess it's it's nice. To me, this feels like good news. I'm not going to play this game in any form, probably, but also it's like, yeah, okay, Sony, you put too much into live service. I'm glad you're realizing this.
Gradually.
Somebody hold a candle aloft for Fair Games, which is apparently still in development. That game can't have much longer, surely, before it gets cancelled or released to eat the few Marathon players there are.
Oh, poor old Marathon.
Poor old Marathon. Yeah, Marathon does deserve better than what it got. I mean, I'm not playing it, but I bet
you would probably like it.
I probably would like it, but then extraction shooters just kind of don't grab me.
Yeah,
particularly. I kind of like Arc Raiders, but I'm not compelled to keep playing it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Doesn't draw me. In other live service news, Riot's 2XKO is ceasing development. This is their fighting game based on the League of Legends realm IP and on those characters, and it was intended as a live service game to be constantly evolving.
Because they've got a lot of characters they can put in.
Yeah, they've got so many characters they could potentially fill out this roster with, but it has failed to capture enough of an audience to sustain that model,
as fighting games tend to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky, isn't it? Fighting, I think unless you release a fighting game with a pretty full-on roster at launch, it's you're in trouble. And I think Tokon is having a few of those criticisms as well. The roster just isn't big enough for the type of game they've made.
Well, especially if it's a team fight.
It's a 4v4, right? Isn't it? Tokon, which is you need lots of characters to make that work. Whereas this was a 2-on-2 tag fighter, hence the name. But they had so many characters to pull from. And it's by all accounts, I say by all accounts, by the account of the niche of player that likes these things, and they call this out themselves, they call them out saying, to players who are fans of the tag fighting genre, 2XKO is a good one of those. The problem is that the people that have played this game are a subset of a subset. And it's it is good if you like tag fighting games. But, the elite crowd of those is probably quite a small pool. So, yeah, kind of a shame. I always like the idea. You know me. I always like the idea of fighting games. I'm terrible at them, but I kind of do like the flashiness, and I like to see them do well. They feel they feel like the video game in some ways, right? I think it's because we grew up with Street Fighter 2 being such a big thing that it's this is fighting games are video games. They are emblematic of the of the whole hobby, and so I like it when they do well. So it's bit of a bummer. Anyway, but fighting games is kind of they're in a reasonably good place right now. Street Fighter 6 is still liked, right? I hear Tekken 8's not that liked anymore, but whatever. We've got that new Virtua Fighter coming, and that looks pretty cool. Dave Bautista is set to play Kratos in a God of War TV show for Amazon.
Okay, I mean,
I think we talked about this before on ASA. Dave Bautista's probably a good choice for this.
Yeah, and, good casting, sure.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a good actor.
I like Dave. Yeah, Dave. Good on you, Dave.
Go on, Dave.
It does sound weird when you just say Dave, doesn't it? It's not say Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
all I'm waiting for now is like, are they going to make that Gears of War TV show and cast him as Marcus Phoenix? But
I mean, you can't now because he's locked to Sony.
but he's been in Gears of War, right?
Sure.
And finally, a bit of like analyst speculation news that I thought might be interesting. A guy called Piers Harding Rolls has predicted that Xbox Helix and PS6 will see 39 million fewer units sold over their first 5 years if they retail for around $1,000 US, which is what the predicted price for these things are. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. 39 million fewer units in 5 years is quite a shrinkage of the market if that's how it's going to play out.
Well, no one even knows what that Project Helix is, whether it's a conventional console or...
Well, exactly. Yeah, but I guess if they built it to sort of... Oh, wow, that's the thing. If they built it to some sort of decent spec these days, the closest thing we've got to go on is PS5 Pro, right? And that is a very expensive console. So if they're going to improve on that tech-wise, it's like, are we going to see that price go up or down? In the current climate, I don't know, it's probably going to go up. So yeah, not a good sign. Not a good sign. Also, perhaps a sign that maybe you shouldn't make new consoles yet. Just saying. That's probably fine too.
Do you want a new generation? I don't
know that I do. I like that my PC is okay. Yes, I'm in the fortunate position where I have a pretty potent PC these days, and I can use technology like Apollo to stream it to my TV with little latency, but not terrible. So I can have that living room experience, for the most part. So I'm not really interested. Also, I was just sort of thinking about how many people do I know in my circles that have bought a console recently, even amongst the gaming part of the people I know, and it's like maybe one in the last few years have bought a PS5, and everyone else is just happy to sit and use their aging PCs to play stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a drive at the moment. People are kind of happy. Maybe because they know it'll be crazy expensive. So I say wait. I mean, you don't have to listen to me, Sony and Microsoft. Do what you want, but my advice would be wait, because I'm the best analyst here.
The best analyst here, that's for sure.
That's not even true. Yeah, I mean, you're kind... Oh, I mean, you bought a PS5 relatively recently, Dan. I guess that makes it 2. I kind of forgot about you.
I've had a few years, haven't I?
Yeah, a little while. Yeah, but... yeah, and you were thinking about going Steam Machine, and it's if Helix was what it set out to do, and you could just put SteamOS on it, would that be appealing? Would that?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm typical enough for them to do that. I might, because after the Steam Machine has all the not powerful enough and too expensive. I was thinking, well, fuck it, why not just get a whole full blown PC, right? So I might just end up like you guys.
Go all in.
I held off because there's plenty of console games coming, sure. Not least of which GTA, but there's quite a few other ones I'm interested in that I can play fine on PS5.
Absolutely, yeah.
The main thing I want is I want to play Forza Horizon 6, but I can't. I have to wait until they put it out on PS5. So that's
right.
That's
not
most annoying.
Far away though, right?
They haven't announced a release date, but surely they've got to do it before GTA, right? So
I kind of had an inkling in my head that was going to happen November-ish. I think they'd want to do it before the end of the year.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we won't have all the traced rays that you guys have.
Traced ray.
So many rays.
Oh, I mean, in fairness, I would argue that there aren't that many great implementations of traced rays.
In general.
Yeah. like even like Forza looks pretty great, but like there are like but that's a GI thing, and GI isn't is it's not like that seems like one of the easier things for ray tracing to accomplish. But even then, like even in Forza, like Forza seems to have like pretty bad denoising for that kind of stuff. They don't seem to actually embrace some of the latest tech on that front. So it's like even with all that stuff turned on, it's like occasionally flawed. I had an instance of like I needed to sit outside for a bit, so I took my Steam Deck outside and streamed Forza 6 to it from my PC, and that was the first time I'd encountered like DLSS ghosting going on. Like the car was like very clear. I was driving a Skyline at the time, because of course, and it was drawing a very clear set of like ghost marks behind the car. Something I hadn't noticed when playing on PC or on my TV. I don't know quite what was going on there, but yeah, there's something about Forza that's like, I mean, it's a pretty good looking game, but I don't think it's really using the very latest of what technology has to offer. And it'll look fine on PlayStation 5 as well. So it will look and play absolutely fine.
Yeah. We talked about this last time a little bit, but I'm quite excited about weird Star Wars games coming out.
Oh my god,
the racing one.
Galactic Racer is so high on my hype list.
But also, like, this XCOM comes out next week. Not XCOM, Star Wars XCOM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sort of interested.
Yeah, I forgot about that thing.
If it's like XCOM, then it could be cool.
Didn't they try that? Oh, no, it was Marvel. Marvel was the last one. Well, that was the XCOM team, wasn't it? They made a Marvel XCOM-like, but it had like a deck building / card playing element or something.
I think this dev team has XCOM people, Firaxis people.
Oh, I see. Right.
As well. Because they seem to have like scattered. Because obviously Firaxis they don't do anything, right? It's been 10 years, I think, since XCOM 2.
Who made that Marvel one then? Yeah. I don't think it did very well.
I mean, presumably the best modern XCOM game is Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah, apparently.
That is kind of that's still kind of on my, like, I should probably play that radar. Like,
right.
It's supposed to be pretty good.
But yeah.
I'm going to have to look this up now. It's bothering me. Marvel. How do I even search for this game? I can't
It was so much easier when EA just made all the Star Wars games.
Yeah, to an extent. Marvel Midnight Suns, that was developed by Firaxis back in 2022.
Okay. Yeah, Midnight Suns, yeah. Okay, well that one passed me by.
Yeah, I don't think you were missing much. Like, I don't think it. No. I don't remember the sentiment being that good around it.
I mean, the Star Wars one might not be good either, but we'll see.
80s. Okay, so it did all right, actually, review-wise. Generally favourable.
And yeah, Galactic Racer looks awesome.
Galactic Racer looks amazing, and I'm really into the idea of it's like. I thought a bit of me would repel or reject. Repel, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like recoil, I guess. A little bit when they described it as having like a roguelike campaign structure, but actually. Thinking about it in a game that may play a bit like Evolution Studios style racing games, like Onrush, like Dirt 5, maybe to a lesser extent, but like Motorstorm and stuff like that.
They're saying it plays like Burnout, right?
Yeah, and with clear Burnout influences, right? To me, I see the Onrush in it, like with the various vehicle types and stuff like that. That is appealing, actually. Like a roguelike Burnout-y sort of game. Maybe that's really pretty cool. Maybe that's I mean, racing games can be like super replayable anyway, but like adding just this extra carrot to it.
I have to assume, because it would be weird if they didn't do this, that like the roguelike element doesn't force you to play the same tracks in the same order every time, because that would suck. That would suck.
That would suck. Yeah, that would have to be part of the like randomness of it in some way.
Yes, and that I mean, I have no idea if this is a thing that might be in this game or not, but like it would make sense if they did do that to make it so that like maybe even the tracks are different depending on like how upgraded you are from like the start of the game towards the end of the game.
Yeah, or maybe that's one of the modifiers that can happen. Like tracks can be a little different, or something about the route, or something about
or like there's routes you can only do
or
if you have that high enough max speed or whatever. If you've
something
upgraded,
like that. Yeah, like there are certain jumps you can only make if you're in a certain style, or
yeah. Who knows if they would do anything like that, but that would make sense of how you make a roguelike racing game work.
The possibility space is pretty large.
Yeah.
The trick would be like judging that, I guess. Like if you went down like a route that had like a massive jump in it, but it was like a massive jump you couldn't yet make.
Well, you just have to have an alternate path where you don't make the jump. You wouldn't then have it so you just die.
Well, it depends on what the roguelike structure is like, whether you get recovered or if you have lives in a race or something like, there's an element of that, but yeah, if you're feeling like confident, you'll be like, I can make it, and then you do the sort of slow-mo fall into a cliff. Like,
it would be funny if they put the actual slow-mo in.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
For when you just miss a jump.
Specifically cut to a 90-degree to the side angle, just to watch you go. Yeah, man, that game was way up my hype list. But then there's several I've said that about this year that I haven't plumped for. Zac saw that coming.
Plumped. Okay, I think that's the news, isn't it?
That is the news.
Time for what you've been playing. Zac, what have you been playing these past few weeks?
I think you might be able to guess. At least one of the things.
Administration.
Although actually, I guess I don't have so much to talk about what I've actually been playing, and more about things that are coming up in it. Although I did want to briefly talk about the second character of this last patch that I'm not getting, the one that was like, oh, it's a healer or whatever. And that naturally dissuaded me from getting that character anyway. Because I played the like combat demonstration for that character, and it's weird because it almost... Well, it's the first character that they've made where it's just legitimately bad to play as that character.
Or what, like, not fun to be...
Well, no, it's just, like, functionally, it's worse, it's just bad to play as that character.
If it was the AI.
She's, like, a pure support character.
Oh, weird.
Because her active skill is basically a stance switch that just puts her into, like, heal and buff stance. But, like, while she's in that stance, she literally just can't attack or anything. So if you're trying to play as her, that completely breaks everything because you're not doing the basic combo attacks, you're not getting the finisher to do stagger or trigger combos. So, like, anything that relies on the normal attack chain goes right out the window if you try and use her as the primary character.
Weird, okay.
So she's really, like, a true support character. And that kind of is weird because it kind of goes against the whole concept of gacha game, right? Because, like, the whole point of getting a cool new character is you want them to be, like, front and center. Sure. Like, you're meant to play them and look at them.
Yeah. Like, why would you go out of your way to acquire someone that's not that? Yeah.
Yeah. It just seems a weird, like... I mean, it's good for, like, the possibility space of the mechanics of the game that you can have a character that works like this, but it's just, like, completely counter to the business model. Because she does the buffs that you get off her. She's not just healing, it's like heals and buffs inside this zone. And her ultimate, like, stacks the buffs up even higher. So you can do some insane damage if you pair her with a team that already has, like, pretty strong ultimates or whatever, and you just fire them all at once. But yeah, that was just weird for that character. And I'm fine with not getting that character. Because it's like, it is... Again, it kind of feels like a slight waste of a team slot to also be, like, because you're not doing anything with her most of the time because it's just you've switched her into this stance and then she's just there. Right. It's like a passive buff. You're not really having to think about it.
And so it's not triggering combos.
No.
It's not triggering... You're not using her active skill particularly.
Like, her combo trigger only happens while she's in that stance. So, again, you have to put her in that stance for that to even happen.
I mean, is the flip side like that this may be like somewhat appealing to lazier players slash like slightly less? I don't mean this derogatorily, but like
you mean casuals?
Yeah, casuals.
I mean, sure, I guess, but like, I don't know. I feel like if you've played the game enough to understand the systems, then you would understand why this character is like, less interesting to have.
Accessible,
I suppose. But then, so the other thing that I want to talk about, which is pre next patch stuff, because they did their it's the next patch is going to happen this week. I think we're on the last week of this current patch, so the next patch is imminent. But they did their stream or whatever video upload to YouTube, and I need to convince myself to not watch these because they spoil everything. It's very Nintendo-like, where they're just here's literally every goddamn thing that's going to be in this patch.
Right, yeah. I would rather wait and maybe stumble upon it.
Because the only reason I tried to watch that video is because the bit that I'm actually interested in, and which, I mean, you can get this from when the patch happens, you can read the patch notes, but I'm more interested in, the quality of life stuff. I like seeing the bit at the end, towards the end of these videos, where they go through all the, here's how we've changed the UI and stuff.
Right, yeah, the little things.
But the trouble is, I can't manage, as soon as I try and scrub through the timeline or whatever on the YouTube video, it's I've already seen too much.
I've seen that, yeah.
But yeah, I ended up just watching it, and, the next new character is weird again because it's running into the problem that they've locked themselves into the 5 weapon types. So this new character that uses a bow, but of course it's not actually a bow, it's just another arts unit attached to a bow.
Okay.
Because I mean that's what they did with Arcane's weird laser gun things. It's just the arts unit is the blob thing at the end, and then the rail is the extra bit. But in this case, it's just the blob thing is attached to a bow frame that makes it look like a bow. It's I mean they're working around it, but everyone's just going to end up using arts units at this point because
So why do they have this 5 weapon thing?
Well, it's meant to be kind of to allow you to use weapons on different characters, right?
Oh.
So if you have a weapon that does a certain type of buff, but you can put it onto a different character that can also benefit from that buff. But is
that presumably characters that are only bow characters, right?
Well, they're not bow characters, it's arts units characters. Because it's not a bow. It's an arts unit. Not a bow,
right, okay, go.
But yeah, that's kind of why they do it, except that barely even applies because realistically, you get the new character and you also get their specific weapon that gives them pretty specific buffs that are tailored to them. So
how does that work in? Do you have to pull for the weapon?
Yes, it's an independent role, and because you get the tickets for the weapon pulls from pulling for characters, basically.
Oh, interesting.
So as you spend the main currency pulling for characters, that gets you the weapon currency, and then you use that on the specific weapon banners for each character to get their specific weapon.
Yeah, because that's Zenless.
Yeah, it's just mixed in. Pool. Yeah, usually. And people have argued about whether it's good or bad in Endfield because obviously the problem with that is if you get lucky and get the character early, you don't have enough. You don't have as
much residual, I suppose, to go for the weapons.
But yeah, I just find that weird that it's they've locked themselves into this 5 weapon class thing, but everyone's going to fucking use arts units because they want to keep using weapons that are not one of those 5 weapons.
Right, yeah.
They barely got away with making the previous character the idol character. It's what's her weapon going to be? I was fully expecting arts unit, but she just has a spear. But it doesn't matter because she never uses it because she just goes into heal stance and then doesn't attack any longer. So you never even see the spear.
Right. Yeah.
And then the other weird thing about this new character is she's from what is basically the Arknights universe version of Nordic countries. I guess in the original Arknights, it's vaguely based more on Finland, I think, but it's generally Nordic. So this character has quite a significant Swedish accent, which again they're doing good with putting in random accents into this game.
Nice,
but she's from this Nordic styled civilization, and she has a Swedish accent, and even some of her stuff looks a bit snowflakey. But she's a nature character, not a cryo character. Why? Literally, I mean, ages ago in the original discussions of Endfield, I complained about there being too many cryo characters at the time. And then it was like, oh, and then we got to that character who had the watery looking skills, and I was like, oh, they made her cryo when they should have made her nature.
Yeah.
But now we've got to this one where it's like, oh, they made her nature when she should have been cryo.
Yeah, they've done it the wrong way around.
Or maybe this is just balancing it out. Maybe between those two characters, we've evened out the balance of...
That is quite weird.
I mean, like, sure, it makes sense to be like a ranger or whatever, to have nature, but she does have quite some icy aesthetics. And the whole Finnish aesthetic of, like, the north or whatever. Which is also kind of weird that this new area that we're in is still going to be in the Wuling map, but, like, snowy, which doesn't make any sense, because obviously Wuling is, like, tropical. But I think it's, you know, there's witchcraft or some shit going on.
Right, yeah, so the snow isn't real.
Yes. It may not even be a real place. It might actually be in a dream. It's kind of hard to tell from what they've previewed of it so far. Although that would be...
They should do a whole, like, chapter in the, like, badly drawn space, and so it's, like, presented a little bit like that Bluey episode where everything is done in crayon.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, we're not totally done with the scroll and all that stuff with Sue and whatever. Because obviously she's not in this next patch. She's been moved another patch further away.
Okay.
Because the second character in this upcoming patch is actually not going to be a banner character. It's another 5-star. So they've actually added a new 5-star to the pool.
Remind me, does 5...
6 is the highest.
Okay, so it's 5 and 6 in Enfield, right?
Or, well, 4 as well. 4's the very basic characters. But they're adding this new 5-star, and you're just going to get it through an event, and you're also going to get, you know, as many duplicates as you need to max it out from this event. So everyone is just going to have it maxed, and its specific weapon maxed.
Interesting.
But then
that's quite generous. Is it hitting some sort of anniversary or something? Or
not really? Yeah. But it is only a 5-star, obviously not a 6-star. But the real question, which they haven't really specified, is like, what happens after the event? Like, is it going to go into the pool of 5-stars with all the other 5-stars for when you're pulling on regular banners or whatever?
Oh, I see. Right, yeah.
Are you going to be able to get it the normal way?
Presumably, because you're going to want, new players that missed the event are going to need
yes, exactly.
And
it is only a 5-star.
Or will they wait for a bit and then do it as a banner rerun or something like that?
Well, that's the other thing that they're introducing in this patch. They're putting in actual rerun banner.
Oh, has that not happened before?
Well, they did a one-off. So there was a patch a while ago where there was only one new character and then the second slot was replaced by a rerun. But apparently now they're basically just having the rerun banner run, I believe, I don't think they specified, but it looks like they're intending it to run continuously. So they're just going to have current character banner, basic banner, and rerun banner, like,
that makes sense.
All showing simultaneously.
That makes sense, yeah.
But unfortunately, the problem with that, of course, is that it uses the same currency. So it's not like I'm ever going to be able to pull anything out of the rerun banner because I'm always using my percentage of currencies for the one of the two new characters.
Yeah.
Unless there's another one where there's a 5-star or whatever.
Yeah. And I assume there wasn't a one you missed in one of the 50-50 or one of the main ones.
Well, I mean, as I say, I've only got like slightly more than half the characters.
Right,
so I've skipped over every second one. So I'm missing probably like 4 or 5 characters. But, you know, they were the ones that I chose to skip intentionally.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like, maybe I wouldn't even care if they come back on the rerun. But I mean, I guess it's nice for new players to also have access to the old characters.
Sure.
If they can choose to not pull on the current banner or whatever. And that may be uncoincidentally related to the fact that Enfield is finally getting on Steam.
Oh, I didn't realise it wasn't already.
Nope.
Huh. I guess it occurred to me that was a thing with Zenless. Like, Zenless wasn't on Steam until pretty recently, as it turns out.
Well, not... I was about to say not that Zenless came out that long ago, but also Enfield didn't really come out that long ago.
Zenless is 2 years old at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, they've finally made... Well, they haven't got a date on it yet. It's still a wish list. So it's not like... Well, I mean, I guess they could surprise everyone by having it come out on Steam on this next patch to go along with the rerun banner starting up, but probably not, I'm guessing.
What if that means it... I haven't actually checked, like, whether, like, when they put it on Steam, whether that meant it was Steam Deck happy.
Yeah, I didn't look at that part of the store. Well, I don't know if it had that information on the store page yet on the wishlist phase. It did have the DRM warning or whatever, which sure, I guess you have to for this kind of game. But But yeah, it gives Rob another opportunity to look to play it because it will be on his Steam homepage.
To switch allegiance.
Because every time he boots up Steam, it'll be like, oh, you're already playing Zen. Let's have it on this other one.
Yeah, it'll be right there. Friends are playing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, I don't know if I actually really don't know if I'll bother to move to Steam. Like, as much as I originally complained about, like, I'd like the Steam overlay or whatever, and I couldn't get it to work independently by adding it to Steam.
Sure, because of its own launcher layer, right?
Yeah, but I was like, is it worth the effort to add? I mean, I presumably would actually have to just legitimately uninstall it and then, like, reinstall it into Steam.
Reinstall it as Steam. Yeah, you probably would have to do that.
So I don't know if I even will do that at this point.
I mean, you could try copying, like, starting the install, copying the files into the Steam app file, and then...
I mean, I guess I could look at its file structure and see if it might be able to accept, like, because sometimes you can tell where it's, like, it's too encrypted or whatever in its file structure. It's probably not going to like it if you try and do that. But yeah, the Steam release is coming. And then maybe, as I perfectly predicted, they're doing another factory event in this next patch.
Hey.
Where it's like, oh, they've made all this free space in your factories by allowing you to compress all these mechanisms, and here comes the factory event. Hopefully it'll be a slightly more, complicated and interesting one than last time. Maybe.
A puzzle to solve.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a bunch of other, all the standard random events that they drop in. There's going to be a running event. Because they already had some elements of the weird race against NPCs in almost a Mario Odyssey style way.
Oh.
Except this one looks more like a time trial. I don't think NPCs are going to be involved. It's like, they've made a platforming course around the city or whatever with jump pads and everything.
Huh.
That's the kind of weird side shit that they do occasionally. Well, every patch, more or less. There's going to be one of these weird sub-events. Like this one in the current patch is like this weird... I guess it's all like Mario-esque, like collect the coins as you make your way through these different routes. And you have to accumulate a certain number of coins by the end. But it's somewhat platforming and somewhat puzzly, where it's like find the hidden routes by activating things in certain areas or turning around and going backwards for a minute, and then there's like another opening and that kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
And then little fights in each of the stopping points along the way to get extra coins by beating enemies in specific ways. And then naturally people did the funny thing where it's like the room at the end where there's a boss, except it's not a boss, because all the boss does is like fire these big old projectiles at you that spill out coins. It's basically just a bonus. They're just reusing this boss model to do this weird bonus mechanism. Like the explosions from the shots it's firing don't even do damage. They chuck you around, which makes it slightly inconvenient to collect the coins. But then I figured out like just run up against the wall to minimise the number of different directions you can get chucked.
Oh, I see.
So you just bounce up, basically. But of course, because it's a boss, even though it's like level 100, so it's like 10 levels above the maximum, people have already figured out a way to actually beat it, even though you're not even meant to fight it. Because it's like, you've allowed this health bar to go down, so someone will figure out a way to win.
So, do you gain anything from it?
No, of course not. Because it's not actually intended to happen. You're not even intended to fight it at all.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, and the other thing and right at the end of this video, they got into, the next patch stuff with like sewer and a bunch of other things happening. But in that bit, they were like, the equipment loadouts are coming in 2 whole more patches time, which kind of sucks, but at least they're doing it.
Yeah, you predicted that was happening.
Yeah.
Or needed to happen.
Yes, it did need to happen. So yeah, that's what's going on and coming up in Endfield. I'll be playing that later this week, presumably. And I guess I'm going to get that character. I mean, it's the only character of this, the only real character of this next set, and I've got the sash again because I skipped the last one. And she is kind of cool with her weird Swedish accent.
Get in. Big up yourself, the Swedes.
Yeah. And then, so other stuff that I played.
Not the ones you mash into our mashed potatoes.
No,
so.
Not that kind of Swede. I actually don't like
Swedes. Yeah, down with the Swedes. But up with the Swedes.
I played the early access version of Sandustry rather than the demo.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I played the demo before and now it's gone into actual early access. Except I played it on Game Pass because it's on Game Pass.
Oh, is it?
In preview.
Game preview.
So
yeah.
technically early access, same thing as if I'd got it in early access on Steam. But yeah, I played through that, and I mean, I mentioned before, it's to me, its major problem going forwards is going to be the fixed map. Like the replayability is completely non-existent because you know where everything is on the second attempt.
Right, yeah.
For all the unlocks and stuff. And well, it's weird because when I think about, replaying Factorio or whatever, you think you're just building the same thing over and over, and you are. But, like, there is more stuff you can do differently in Factorio. Like, Sandustry has quite a limited, design space of its puzzles. There's only certain ways that certain things work, and there's no real way to do alternate setups. You can slightly optimize certain things, like the first thing you do is, like, after you've got the sand wet, you run it down a shaker that shakes the gold out of it, because obviously you're just getting gold. But, like, instead of having the shaker just be a big long diagonal line where the sand falls down the steps, you can do, like, little zigzags instead, and, like, maybe that's more efficient in some way. But it doesn't really change how it works in any way. You're still going to be doing that every time. So once you've found a design that you like for that, you're just going to rebuild that if you replay the game.
Yeah, I guess, do you not think, like, the map design might occasionally encourage a specific change, a change in the design because of the space you have to work with?
Because you don't have that. Your base does not occupy the map in any way. Your base floats in the open air above it.
Oh.
So there's, like, no challenge to that aspect either. They're not working within the limits of a cave or whatever. Or at least not in this map. If they do future maps, maybe that could be a thing you could do.
Yeah, that was very much my assumption, that you were building on the ground still and that the environment would be what mixed it up.
No.
And that's why it was pre-designed.
Yeah. But all the pre-designed environment is really for is to have, like, little puzzle rooms to unlock, like, upgrades, essentially.
Right.
Yes, basically. But they're, like, those are weird in themselves because they're not, like, tech tree upgrades, they're, like, character upgrades. So you progress through the tech tree just by building the factory. You basically don't need to explore the world. Apart from when it tells you to go and collect certain things for story progress, essentially. But yeah, you don't... And sort of towards the late game of this early access version, you get a thing where you can just generate sand infinitely, just wherever you want. So you don't even need to go down to find new deposits of sand any longer.
You have, like, a sand rift.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's not...
Check out my power. I can spawn a sand hole wherever I want.
It's not automated, unfortunately. Well, maybe, unfortunately. Like, you do have to it, like, grows a clump around it and then you have to shoot it to make the sand fall off, essentially. So it's still a thing you have to do, but you're not then going down a hole to find it. You're just doing it wherever you want.
I guess you still have to build around. It's a different thing to build, but it's in your sky base, right?
Yeah.
Close to the floor.
Which then simplifies it rather than having to, like, weave your conveyor belts up from the depths of the world or whatever. Not that that's even complicated. Like, all the construction is free and everything. There's no cost involved to it, so you can just build whatever the hell you want and delete it and, copy paste and all the usual stuff. So there's no real mechanics to that, no limits to it. So yeah, I don't know. The technology of it does get slightly more interesting towards the end, where they get into, like, fluids and stuff. Like, after you've shaken the sand to get the gold out, then you have the residue. You set that on fire. Then you take that burnt residue and you drop it through a filter that filters out seeds. Then you make the seeds wet and you put the wet seeds onto a planting bed that grows flowers and you set those on fire. And then the flower petals off those plants, which don't catch on fire for some reason, you then run over like a steam dryer, so you have to have steam underneath the steam cubes. You gotta keep at least some part of this moist. Yes. And then once you've steam dried the petals, then you can set them on fire again, and it turns into a gas, which you then condense into a liquid.
The hell?
Yep. But then that's all just like normal physics at a certain point. But then it gets kind of weird because then it introduces like electricity. Like the
I have to shock these petals into vapor.
You like condense the petal vapor back into a liquid, but that liquid acts as a battery if you put it in a special box, basically. So it contains electricity.
Lithium-ion flowers.
Yeah. And so then you have this like box with the flower liquid in that acts as a battery. And then when you drain it by using electrical processes later in the chain, it like solidifies into a solid. But then...
I mean, it'd be weird if it solidified into something else.
Yeah, I guess. Solidified into a gas somehow. But like, then once it's a solid, all you have to do to recharge the battery is like shoot it, because then it breaks back into a liquid again.
Huh.
Or you can set it on fire, and that also works for some reason. Like, the solid is flammable, but the liquid isn't. So it just burns into a liquid. But then once you've initiated the ability to have electricity by getting to this point, you can then mine copper and make a copper battery, and then you can charge that by using a steam turbine, by like making a thing that introduces ice at the top and lava at the bottom and then bounces steam between them to turn the turbines. So you have to like do some water piping and stuff. But so that means that the flower battery is now no longer needed. You just have these copper batteries that are fully rechargeable. So then you can use the liquid out of the batteries in the next process that like filters that and condenses it into another thing, and so the chain continues. But that's as far as early access gets, really. I mean, the electricity stuff is the interesting part because it's like you have to do one thing temporarily to like get to the smelting copper step, but then that product then gets completely reused for something different after you've converted to copper batteries. So you do have to, well, I would say you do have to plan ahead, but of course, the first time you're playing it, there's no way to know that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Although one thing you might quickly realise playing that game is like, in every step, if you don't know what's coming up in the tech tree, just store whatever you're making at the end of your current tech tree in a big tank. Because probability is likely
you're going to need it. Yeah.
You're going to need it for something in a minute. Even if that is just to empty that tank into the new bit of factory you haven't yet built. Because usually it requires you to make a certain amount of the thing to unlock the next step in the tech tree anyway. So you're going to need to store it temporarily regardless. Right, So yeah, that's what's going on in Sandustry. Really hasn't changed that much, just like the little bits of extension to the tech tree with the electricity and that stuff is new. The map is basically the same as it was in the demo.
It sounded like there was at least quite a few steps to getting to where you are.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a problem solved for you already.
It's like you just do it once and then you know how it's going to if you were to do it again in the future, it's like you can't really modify it that much.
Yeah.
You can micro optimize it to make it run very slightly better, or like run multiple copies of it at once, I guess, if you like split up the flow of sand coming into your factory to make it run faster, to process the sand quicker.
It's very like it just feels like that's such a difficult problem for any of these factory games to get over.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have had an advantage if it had used its map in an Infinifactory kind of way, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, the trouble is that, like, I guess this game is it's put itself in a middle area where it doesn't take advantage in either direction. Like, you either have infinite space and infinite ability to build but make the puzzles more interesting, or you constrain everything and make it more difficult to build the things in the space you have,
and that's then the puzzle.
Then that becomes the puzzle. But because at the moment the puzzle is too simple and you have infinite space to do it in, it's very easy to just solve it.
I mean, let's flip this around then. Like, is this kind of like in some ways an entry factory game?
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that, because obviously it's a very tiny game. It's like there's, you get through the tech tree as it currently stands, doesn't take very long really. And obviously there's nothing to it apart from you go and explore the map once and then see all the cool little upgrades you might be able to get, and all the various other bits of the tech tree. But yeah, it is kind of a small, I mean, it's very indie, an actual indie game.
Right, yeah.
Like for real. Possibly made by literally only one person, I think.
So we found the positive in it, that like if you want an introduction to factory games, this may be the way in.
Yeah, I would
If you don't do the factory stuff in Endfield, anyway.
Sure, that's the other entry. If you happen to be a gacha player and you need to learn the factory stuff, come to Endfield. It will teach you just about enough with a lot of tutorials.
How's that Venn diagram doing?
If you're having gacha problems, I got factory, son.
Gacha problems.
And then the last thing I played towards the end of this week,
I got 99 belts.
and the 181. The last thing I played towards the end of this week, because I wanted to play another round of Vintage Story because I was feeling in that kind of mood.
All right.
But once again, I looked at it at the exact moment we're almost in the exact middle of a patch cycle.
Right.
Like I'd heard about what was in the previous patch, and that was sort of advertising me towards playing it. But what they've already teased for the next patch, I'm like, oh, but that's cool too.
Oh, but that's even better. Right.
It's like I should wait until that patch comes out.
Has it? I'm trying to remember what the state of it was when we videoed it. Like, is it because it seemed like you were potentially hitting the limits of it then?
Yeah, because it's like the Iron Age and the Steel Age is like the top of the tech, and then there's the story to do, which in that video I think I talked about, but obviously couldn't really show like the first chapter, the first big dungeon of that story, and there is the second one which I still never did actually get to doing.
Right.
So there's still no more of that, but like the new, well, I guess some of it's not even really new mechanics as much as changing old mechanics. That like they've redone how berry bushes work to make them a bit less cheesy. Because like I don't think
cheesy berries.
I don't think I showed it in the video much, but like I had that big line of berry bushes just like outside my farm's walls because you can just pick up berry bushes and put them wherever you want and they just grow. But now they've modified it to make it so like the berry bushes act like actual plants where you need to take a clipping and it needs fertilizing to actually take and all that kind of stuff. Right. Rather than it being real easy to cheese berries for infinite fruit sustenance.
So you can't accidentally have like berry bush weeds.
Well,
because they just grow anywhere.
Well, maybe not anywhere. I think you need to fertilize the ground.
I mean, you do now.
Yes,
right?
you do now.
Yeah. They were weeds before.
Kind of, yes. People just use them as hedges because they look like a hedge.
Right.
So you can just put them wherever. Actually, that's the other thing that changed about the berry bushes is they got a new model that makes them look significantly less cubic. As the game moves slightly less towards the cubic look in general.
The subvoxels.
Yeah. Make it look a bit more fancy.
The soxels.
And then the other thing that they changed in the last patch, well, I guess this is added in the last patch, was actual fishing. Because obviously you got to have you got to actually have fishing in every game.
Woo!
But yeah, previously it was just like
nobody likes fishing, but everyone likes a fishing mini game.
Yes. Previously it was just like there's fish in this pond and you just like stab them. Sometimes you'd use a spear, sometimes you'd use a sword. But now the new fish have like there's a whole bunch of fish species and whatnot, depending on where you are in the world and that kind of thing. So that's fancy. But now you actually can't melee them. They like literally move out of the way before you can hit them with a melee strike.
You had me thinking if there's been a Yakuza fishing minigame where he just punches the fish. Like, I don't know if that's actually happened.
You'd think that it should have.
Yeah, it's always...
Maybe not necessarily, like, maybe after, like he pulls it out with the rod and then punches it in midair or something.
I mean, that would be even better.
That'd be how you'd have to do it in that game, surely. Make it ridiculous.
I mean, it's already pretty ridiculous, like, because he doesn't just, like, fish them out into a net or whatever. They're always, like, flung 400 meters into the air in a dramatic camera.
Naturally. But yeah, they added the fishing to be more legit. Like, you can still spearfish. Like, if you actually throw the spear, you can still hit fish with that. You just can't do a regular melee strike any longer. And then they obviously introduced, like, an actual fishing rod and, like, digging up worms and all that stuff to actually make it a real system. Although because I haven't played it, I don't know how viable that's going to be as a food source, because it's like, the fish are an actual creature that exists in the world, so surely, like, if you fish them up once, that's it.
They're gone. Right.
Unless it's a really big body of water, presumably.
Well, yeah, or there's a fish breeding system.
Yeah, or because, I mean, in the old system, the fish just used to randomly respawn. I mean, technically every animal, I guess, does just eventually respawn in that game. But it was kind of possible in the old system to be able to be like, oh, look, this one specific pond that has a lot of fish in it, and that probably means that that's a viable spawn area for the future. Like, if I kill those fish, they'll probably respawn there at some point.
Right, yeah.
Because that's just how the game functions. But I don't know how that would be in the new system. Like, if you do fish all the currently visible fish out of a pond, do they ever respawn in the new system? Or does it have some hidden breeding mechanism, like just leave 2 fish in the pond?
Right, yeah. And you'll be fine.
Can you even transplant them? Could you, like, fish up a fish and not kill it, and then, like, release it into another pond?
Yeah.
I don't actually know if you can not kill them, or whether they just automatically come out as a corpse when you fish. But yeah, and then in the future patch, they're basically doing a thing they've done previously where they're going to integrate a mod, essentially, where they've even basically temporarily employed the mod developer to come and help them with it. But they're intending to do a sort of real implementation of the combat overhaul mod, which changes how, like, all the melee and all, like, actual physical swinging and stuff works, but also does a massive overhaul to how armor works to make it, like, actual layering. Because previously, when you'd make armor, like, you'd make leather armor, and then when you make chainmail, the leather armor is like a component of that. Like, you have leather armor, and then you attach, basically in the crafting grid, but you attach the chainmail around the leather armor, and that turns it into the chain. And then if you upgrade the plate, it's the same. You take the chainmail and you put the plates onto it. But now they're making that as, like, literal layers. So you can just, you wear the leather armor, and then you wear the chainmail over it, and then you wear the plate on top of that.
So you could skip a step.
Yeah, or you can mix and match materials even. So it's like, if you can't afford the massive cost of iron to make the plate layer, maybe you can do an iron chainmail layer, because that's a bit cheaper. And then presumably it will calculate the damage stats or whatever for all that, for the combination of layers that you're wearing.
Right, yeah.
And I hope when they do this rebalance of armor, they also do, like, the proper improvised armor, because that always sucks. I mentioned it ages ago in this story where, like, the first armor you can make that's basically just, like, woods and sticks and leaves or whatever attached to you, it only covers your torso, and there's, like, your head and legs are completely exposed.
Yeah.
And if you get hit in either of those, you take a lot more damage. Be nice to actually
kind of makes sense, because it's difficult to, I guess, it does seem more difficult to, like, feels in my head more difficult to improvise something that would
go on your head and legs.
Your legs, yeah.
Yes. Or maybe they could just make the true first tier of armor, the, like, wooden lamella armor, which is kind of too expensive to make in the current system. Like, that's why you just skip directly to copper armor usually, because the wood lamella armor takes, like, where you need a bunch of resins, you need to find a bunch of pine trees that actually make resin, and then you need to collect a whole shit ton of wood, because it takes an actual large amount of wood as well. So most people usually skip that one and just aim to go directly to copper. Just don't get attacked in the meantime. Or you die. But anyway, that's the future of I might want to play Vintage Story again. So what I played instead, temporarily, for a short period of time, was I went back to Abiotic Factory instead.
Oh, right.
Played a slightly different survival game, I guess. Although I didn't really go back to, I started over in Abiotic Factory. And then, I mean, they've added a bunch of stuff to that game since I last played as well. Like, there's, like, pets, and you can tame the weird alien creatures to have as your companions, and do stuff like that. Have basically a head crab be your friend. I'm not sure what the point of it is yet. I managed
It's not abiotic, is it? That's for sure.
Well, no.
Pets all over the place.
Very biotic.
It's super biotic.
Can you name them?
I don't know. I haven't really interacted with the pets enough, because
I was just immediately thinking you need a head crab called Lamar.
Yeah, obviously. Or make it some kind of spin on Lamar to make it match with the not head crabs.
Right.
I wonder how many people actually got that joke in Half-Life 2.
Few.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, the thing is, I made the trap to trap one, but in order to make the trap, you need nachos. Because of this game being weird, when you look at, like, the guide to pet breeding, pet taming or whatever, it's like, for some reason the aliens find nachos especially delicious. And only nachos.
They're not wrong.
You can't feed them any of the other like vending machine crap that comes out of the vending machines, all the cheese puffs or whatever. They won't eat those. It's only nachos.
I mean, nachos are superior to cheese puffs.
Yes, obviously. But like, I found one pile of nachos in like a cafeteria, and I was like, oh, I can make the trap. So it lured the thing in and trapped it, but then I was like, oh, but in order to tame it, I need more nachos, and I don't have access to a way to get nachos yet. So I needed to go to I needed to progress the game only slightly further, because like the first portal world you go into, there's like a bar essentially that has some free nachos lying around there, so I can get like 3 more piles of nachos to bring back home with me. So I was like, oh, I'll go get them as I progress the story. And then I fed it and I tamed it, and I was like, take it home and put it in its pet bed. But then then what? Then it keeps saying it's hungry again. I don't have any more nachos to feed it. I'm going to have to go and harvest those nachos in that portal world when it resets or something until I learn how to make nachos, because I'm pretty sure you can learn the recipe for it.
Right.
But I don't know what the point of this pet is apart from that. Like, you can pick it up and you can have it in your hotbar, and then when you scroll to it, like, you're like holding it. And I think it's the prompt said throw, which is like, I guess, like, it's a spiky ball. I guess you could chuck it at something, but like, is that useful?
Does it then return to you?
Yeah, will it then fucking die or something? It's only a head grab. I expect it has a system for like the pets going down or whatever, so you can heal them, I imagine. But there's meant to be a whole, I mean, maybe not breeding exactly, but mutation tree where you can like get upgraded versions, like a magma version, which presumably does fire damage.
I wonder if they need to do a 2-point crossover so you can get cheesy gubbins out of the vending machine.
I mean, they might as well be. I forget what their fake brands are in abiotic, apart from Root Bear, the bear-themed root beer, which is a bit lazy.
I mean, I quite like it.
But yeah, I played some amount of that, and I tried not to make my base in the one really obvious place that everyone makes their base. But then, as I think I mentioned this before in playing Game of Independence, like, if you don't build the base in the really obvious place where everyone builds their base, it's just an inconvenience. It just makes it less convenient in every way, where it's like, because the whole map centers around like the tram station right at the start, and you unlock the trams as you progress to new areas, then they all come back to this one place.
Right.
So if you're not building your base right there, you're just inconveniencing yourself by having to like walk an extra couple of minutes to get to the tram station every time.
So there's like no actual benefit to doing it somewhere else? Or?
I mean, there's marginal benefits to do with like defending against the base attack waves.
Right.
Like the place I've put my base in this time has shutters at the front that you can push a button to close, and those are like impermeable. So that leaves only one entrance to the base, which makes it much easier to like funnel for defense and like put your traps or whatever in that one place. Not that the original base site doesn't also have basically one entrance. It's just a matter of like how wide it is and how easy it is to set things up around it, and the pathing of the AI or whatever coming in. Because the first base attack I had on that, it was interesting because like I could see where the enemies were spawning, because it was actually out a window and down onto a walkway that I could actually see, so I could see them coming from quite far away. And then I was like, oh yeah, they path exactly along there and through that one door, so next time I can put all my traps right there. So I did set that up. I haven't actually had another base attack yet, but when I do next have a base attack, they'll get very electrocuted because there's like 3 Tesla coils right there. The Tesla coils are maybe kind of overpowered because they... Oh, actually, thinking about it, I'll have to put a battery in, but you just plug them into the wall. Because there's wall sockets everywhere in the science facility, obviously. But you just plug them in, have a lever so you can turn them on so you don't accidentally run in front of them yourself.
Right.
But then, like, as soon as you hear the base attack going, just go and hit that lever and then just stand back.
Just go do something else.
And let them completely murderize things. But yeah, I guess I will need a battery for them, because I didn't think about that, because the base attacks happen at night, and obviously the power turns off at night in this facility for some bizarre reason. Right. For their fake day-night cycle.
Yeah.
Might need quite a few batteries, actually, considering how much power 3 Tesla coils probably draw. But yes, that game is still interesting to go through when there's new stuff in it, but I mean, it does get a lot more streamlined when you know everything that's coming. Which is like when I went to that first portal world, I was like, oh, I can not even bother picking up any loot. I can just pick up the one specific things that I actually need and these nachos for the pets, and then I can just leave. And it's just like, don't need to bother rummaging in every container or anything, because I already know that it's just generic loot in 90% of these containers.
Right, yeah. I know exactly where I need to go. Are those things like not generated then, are they?
No, it's all fixed. The whole world, everything is fixed. I don't think there's anything randomized as far as I remember. Maybe one of the portal worlds might do something like that. Maybe the one that's like the liminal space backrooms one, that might potentially be randomized. I don't think I ever went to that one in our other playthroughs of the game though, because it's not one of the necessary ones. It's just a side rooms.
Side back room.
Yes. I don't actually remember how you get in that one. I think you have to sit in a specific chair. It's one of the it's one of those, how they have all their anomalies locked up in rooms where it's like, if you sit in this chair, something bad is going to happen.
Okay. A little bit like, was it telegraphed control style?
Yeah.
Like, this is clearly weird.
Yes. It's not a refrigerator.
Or the clock dimension.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I played. Rob, I know one of the things you've played for the crossover sequence.
Well,
the game that you are continuing to play.
Well, yes. I haven't really got a lot new to talk about this week. Zenless is still consuming me.
Somehow.
It's got a power over me at the moment, and I'm not quite sure. Again, as I said last time, not quite sure I fully understand why, but I do just keep coming back to it. It's like I just keep logging in, I keep doing the dailies, I keep making numbers go up. I am starting to hit, I guess my first, real roadblock, where progress has slowed significantly. And I'm not just talking, the story, which I'm still trudging my way through slowly.
Right.
I've done a little bit more of it, but not a massive amount. But I've hit, level 40, and it's now starting to of the characters, right? I hit that a little, but to progress them through to 50 required me to hit a what they call the Internot level, which is your player level, I suppose.
Right.
So I had to get up to that point to then unlock the challenge, to then unlock the level cap to get me to go to a certain point, so then I could start doing things. But now I've done that, the actual currency bits I need, or the materials I need to actually push my agents that are at level 40 to promote them so they can start going to level 50 has proved to be a little bit of a hurdle. And I'm now starting to do that on a couple of them. But I've also run out of the general experience material,
right,
where to level them up with once I've upped their cap to the point. So and that's just on the raw level number. That's now starting to happen at all of the bits that make up a character, right?
Right, yes.
The upgrading of the wengens, the drive discs, which the drive discs are less of a problem. You do just, as far as I'm aware, they don't really have much of it. They just have a level you upgrade, and so you just need the materials to upgrade those. But I think the game is encouraging me to find the S-level versions of those discs now, rather than the various other tiers of them. And so it would make sense for me to focus my leveling of those on the right sense and the right combinations for the right characters, which means I've got to go do more of the training and spend my daily battery to go acquire more copies of those discs in order to hopefully get the good ones to level up. But then I also need to go and do the training to gain the materials to level up the skills, which have 5 different categories and a core category, and you need to go and get the materials in order to level all of those up individually. So I'm now that up to this point, that's kind of just been a breeze. It's been I'll level that guy up. Yeah, no problem. I've got the stuff for it.
Right.
And whereas now that's starting to become a bit of a problem. Also because I've got to the point where I've now got a lot more characters than I did before.
Sure.
I've unlocked a bunch of agents, and the advice is obviously focus on the ones you like. Yeah. So I definitely have what I would describe as 2 teams that are my top 2 now. The starting 3, because why not?
Yep.
And a secondary team because and the reason why I've got so many characters is because I finally engaged in a pool.
Oh.
Right. I went for Remiel, the current new banner. There's a rerun of Sigrid on at the moment, who also looks kind of cool, but wouldn't really play into my makeups right now. who is possibly the most. I would describe Remiel as kind of possibly the most gacha
right.
a character could be. Like pretty much every like stereotype you could possibly put in, like most waifu.
Yep.
And like very blatantly so as well. But she's also like such a weird, complex character that it was kind of hard to miss to pass up for me at this point. Like she has mechanics which are. Oh, they're so hard to explain. And I'm probably going to get this wrong, but you kind of have to build up an anomaly state on enemy, like a status effect, on enemies called Lumiflux. And once they get into this Lumiflux state, you build up enough of a gauge on her. You swap, you hold on her special attack, and that causes her to fly in front of the camera in a pose. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. In a pose. And a prompt comes up to the assist prompt comes up, and you can push that at that point, and then she goes into a different stance, which actually takes her out of your control for a while. And she's attacking for you in the background. While she's in that stance, you need, with your other characters, to build up status effects to cause those statuses to refringe into a void flare, which is a mark, which is a mark on their character. And then, once you've got into that state, and there's more to it than that. Like there's like supposedly you want those refringes to happen with quite a lot of damage at that moment, because that damage that's at that moment is remembered in the void flare.
Right.
So you can later, before her stance gauge runs out, switch her back in, which you have to do by going backwards in the list, because if you go forwards in the list, it makes sure you don't accidentally swap to her. But you go backwards in the list, which then triggers her to do an entrance attack, which I think is new. Like, I don't think they've done that in the game before. So she does this big old sequence of her attacking just coming out of the stance, but then she still has these void flares banked, and you can hold your attack button to like burst those onto an enemy as well. So it's there's quite a lot going on here. So it's all about anomaly build up and making sure you have a team that can do that. Of which I have exactly 3 characters that are classed as the anomaly characters, which specialize in doing that. But 2 of them are physical. Like, so they're both acting on the same anomaly type, which potentially means I'm not maximizing how I get the refringes to work, right? And like, my assumption is that because the status wheels are kind of separate for each different anomaly type, like the problem is like I can build up one root wheel of physical pretty easily, right? Because I've got 2 characters that can do it,
right?
But I need to do that 3 times in order to get the maximum refringes out of Remiel.
And it might be easier to do 2 wheels once, or
maybe prep for it, right? So I build up the wheels so they're about to pop but not quite,
right?
Then go back to Remy, put her into the state. I can't even remember what ridiculous name they call it. Put her into the other stance, then swap to the characters, and then pop those 2, and then I have to worry about building up one of the wheels again. I think I'm starting to get into like I guess where this is leading to is like I'm finally starting to get into like the team composition aspect of it, where like there's an element of like, this character's kind of made me care because she is quite weird, and requires thought to an extent in order to actually use.
Does that feel like all of the actually big characters are like that, and you've only just got through like the basic ones?
Maybe, yeah. I think there's. Yeah, I guess the ones that are the A's, as this game calls it. There's only A's and S's.
Right.
The A class stuff, like they tend to have fairly simple movesets, as far as I can tell. There's one A class character I got sort of by accident called Pulchra, who does have a stance a bit like Remy, where she can you switch her. If you do a certain move, she'll start attacking of her own accord when you're not using that character.
Right.
So I think there have been ideas of this in there before, but this is like the biggest, perhaps. It's like Remy's probably the biggest implementation of all of it coming together. And I think Lumiflux was introduced for this character as a mechanic, as an anomaly type and all that kind of stuff. They added stuff to it to make this function.
Which is the classic other problem of gachas, where it's like it's going to be outdated at some point when they add a new different thing that's even more powerful or whatever.
Right, yeah, because I think there is quite the meta of there are quite a few of the agents in Zenless that are just like, don't bother. like don't bother tier. But like, which doesn't matter to me, right? Because I don't care about endgame stuff. Like I'm so far from any of that's not relevant to me. But you can't help but see some of that stuff and be like, well, why are you saying not? Is it because they're actually just genuinely like rubbish to use, or like are they not fun to play, or is it just the damage output? Like,
yes, they've just been out leveled essentially by the whole game.
Because there's definitely some characters I'm coming across where it's like, I don't know if I fully understand the complexity of their mechanics, but they are just kind of, they don't feel complex and they're just kind of fun to do their hack and slashy stuff. Like, hack and slashy stuff can be quite fun. Like I did the story stuff involving a character called Ellen, who is a shark thyron, which basically just means she looks like a girl but has an enormous flippin' shark butt coming out. Like just it's like most of a shark coming out where a tail would be.
Okay.
It's quite weird looking, but kind of funny. But yeah, she's kind of like, she's not a complex character as far as I can tell, but she's quite fun to use, just to hit stuff with. And I think that's kind of the majority of the characters, to be fair. Just kind of fun to hit stuff with.
Yes.
So that's why this one appealed. Like, it's quite wild and out there. But it does mean I've got now I've got two teams that I want to focus on. And they're like, the material requirements and the fact I've hit this point where the material requirements are proving slightly tricky to get hold of.
I mean, when you try to get a hold of all these materials, it's just like, is all of it just basically stamina?
Not all of it. So, like, you tend to get some of the leveling materials, I guess. So the leveling for the experience points for the characters, the leveling for the wengens, and the leveling for the drive discs. You tend to get that stuff through most side quests.
Anything.
Yeah. In small amounts each time, but you do kind of get them as a trickle.
But presumably there is a way to grind it.
You can spend stamina or your battery.
Because otherwise you'd run out of the non-renewable sources.
Yes, yeah. You can spend it on through training to do that stuff. But I'm kind of reluctant to do so because I know I've got like a ridiculous amount of story content and side mission content to get through that will give me this trickle of it.
Because that's the thing of like, for Enfield's leveling, to promote them, to allow them to go up through the next 20 levels or whatever, those are items you only find in the world, so you actually have to literally progress to new areas of the map to get those.
Right, okay.
And as there's been new characters, it's like the new area of the map has the one new plant that allows that new character to go through their promotion levels or whatever. Right. So it's like they're intrinsically linked to the progression of the game at this point.
So has that been a problem for you if you hit like a point where it's like, well, I've run out of this item, how do I gain more?
No, because for the promotions, it's like basically a one-off, and those regenerate over time on the map. Okay. So it's you just literally have an infinite amount of those eventually.
But you have to go for a walk.
Yes, but you have to travel around a bit. So obviously zip lines if you want to harvest those.
Right, yeah. You gotta go do a loop.
But then for like, I feel like, I don't know if it's just that the way I've played Enfield a lot or whatever, or continuously dailies or whatever, I feel like I have way more stuff than some people have talked about having. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't have any of the T credits or whatever that you need to spend, and the T credits are sort of the generic currency that is applied that you need for most levels along with the specific thing that you're using. Like the promotions is like the one specific plant that this character needs and some T credits and like one other thing usually. But like I've seen people who are like, oh, I've run out of T credits, I don't have enough T credits, I'm gonna have to spend my sanity to grind T credits, and I'm just like, I've got 2 million T credits just sitting in my bank. Right. All my characters are like leveled to 80, which, you know, isn't maximum, but that's still nearly maximum.
Pretty good.
So it's like, what have I done differently that I have this massive bank of extra T credits compared to people complaining about having none?
Yeah, so is T credits like the base current, like the
kind
lowest
of
currency? Yeah, right.
Like it's the most generic in the level. I mean, it's not even the real currency, because there's all these other,
Sure.
like the local currency that you use to buy stuff out of the shops is not the same as T credits, and then there's like credits, which are a different thing altogether.
Yeah, because I'm in a similar position with Zenless's Denny's.
Right.
And Denny is just like the cash.
Yes.
It's the equivalent of cash in this world. And like, I've got seemingly boatloads of it and not enough to really spend it on.
Yeah.
And I don't quite know what I'm doing wrong there. I haven't necessarily felt the need. Like, you spend a large quantity of your Denny's on when you do skill upgrades. Like, that costs materials and cash.
Right.
For some reason. But like that, that's never been, those numbers have never seemed high enough to really like just tickle the wallet, you know, like they just like, oh, we'll take a little bit out, just a little, give you a little poke, siphon a touch off the top.
I mean, I feel like that's the thing.
It's never felt bad. I don't know if I'm supposed to be if I'm supposed to be. There is a convenience store, right? And you can go there and you can spend your cash on a limited amount of like experience style upgrades.
Right.
Yeah, but not like the really good upgrades. You still have to get those through stamina, like the meaningful ones. But like some of the like, the leveling stuff you could go buy a limited amount of each day.
Yeah.
At the grade you need it as well.
Like, I mean, that's where, like, why I still feel like I don't necessarily understand where the end game materials of Endfield are even coming from, because, like, I've leveled all of the characters I have to 80, which is only 10 levels below the maximum of 90, and all I would need to spend at that point is just the XP things. Like, there's not another promotion step. And, like, you can manufacture the XP materials infinitely in your ship, like slowly obviously, but that is technically an infinite resource. You don't need to spend stamina for that really. And so like most of the time I've been playing Enfield, the only thing I've been spending stamina / sanity as it's called in this game on is the weapon attachments that give it like the stat bonuses, and then you like there's a compression system essentially where you mash them together and it makes the stat bonuses go up. But like apart from quite early in the game when I didn't necessarily where I wasn't trying to get the weapon essences, so I was just like spending the sanity randomly on other stuff. But like ever since I started doing the weapon essences, that's all I've been spending the sanity on, and I've never had any problems with leveling anyone up to 80. I mean, admittedly, I haven't really leveled all their skills up as much as I could, and that I probably would need to grind the upgrade component for that if I wanted to do that. But I haven't needed to.
Right.
Like, even for I've got like 1 or 2 teams leveled up to like end game quality where I've leveled out all of their skills and everything to do the really hard fight challenges, and that's been enough. And then apart from that, obviously everyone else is leveled up to 80 with sort of mid-tier on their skills, so I can switch teams around as much as I want, and even if I wanted to permanently swap one out, it would only take a little bit more leveling to bring them up to spec or whatever. So it's like, it seems weird that you just get too much stuff in it compared to like how I imagined this system would work.
Right, sure. Yeah, that would be like a proper grind.
More of a roadblock and a daily sanity grind where you really have to choose what you're going to spend it on.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's what I'm
running into.
Or what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's only just, I've not been there long, right? So like, and I reached, what happens is like that you can raise the level of the sanity stuff.
Right. Yeah.
You can raise the level of the battery challenges that you do. And that increases the likelihood, but not for definite of the higher grade stuff turning up.
Right.
So like, yeah, I don't necessarily have a feel for if this is going to be too much of a problem. But half the problem of running a full anomaly team, I suppose, to go with Remy, and it's not an ideal layout, but I'm using Remy, I'm using another S tier, which was free in the anniversary stuff, Jane Doe, who's like a snake, I think. I think she's supposed to be like a snake tyrant. She sort of moves all over. She's quick, very physical, has some like fun hold attacks. And Piper, who also has a fun hold attack, but she's A rank, but who just spins around on the spot. But every time you kind of hit something with it, she gains like stack of power. So like you just stack that up for ages, and she just gets more and more and more powerful, which is pretty cool. It's not an ideal team, I don't think, but I probably could do with something other than no, they're both physical. For instance, they're both physical anomalies, so maybe I need something else in there. But anyway, it's just kind of because they're all anomaly class.
Do they all use the same?
They all use the same stuff,
right?
So if I want to grind that team, and that's the team I'm going to choose to build from here, it's like, well, I'm going to be doing that one training exercise over and over and over again to get nothing but anomaly class stuff.
Yes, and that can be where the grind could suck if it's just like you're doing that one combat challenge repeatedly.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of... anomaly class applies to the promotions and the wengens. You need to get anomaly level stuff for those, but for the skills, you're then about the element, right? So like Remy is Lumiflux, and the other two would be physical, so I'd need to go hunt Lumiflux and physical skill chips to go improve their skills. Blah, 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 stuff like that. I think I'm learning it.
I mean,
I think I'm figuring it out. There's still a bunch of stuff I don't understand. There's still a bunch of items that come up as like materials for things to do, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Or in the event list or something like that. It's like, why do I want this hamster cage? I don't know what that's for, but you're like selling it to me like it's kind of an important, like a big deal.
Unless it's just aesthetics that they want you to spend some extra money on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got one out of the like season pass, but not paid for season pass.
Right, like the free tier.
Yeah. So I got a hamster cage out of that, and I'm like, what the hell is this for?
You're going to buy a house at some point. Just put a bunch of random crap in it.
You do have a display shelf. So
right.
You can there is actually a system. Like I realized that from some of the weeklies, you gain this stuff called inspiration. And you can go to a specific store and spend your inspiration, and all that basically means is like trinkets for your shelves, as far as I can tell.
I always find that weird in these kind of games, because these games are multiplayer. Like, it's not like anyone else is going to be able to come over to your house and see it. You can take a screenshot.
There is a sort of weird, there's a sort of weird multiplayer element in Zenless, but it's not really. It's like a bulletin board kind of thing. You can start your own forum, I think.
Right.
Like to play into its kind of like weird internet alias. Yeah. So every person can have their own forum if they want. And I guess you could go join someone else's forum and just put random crap on there. So that's there, I suppose. So maybe that's how you go share photos of your display cabinet. I don't know. I'm kind of into it. The story still makes no fucking sense, but
do you feel like you're really seeing the real story at this point? Have you got through the prologue-ness of it?
Sort of. I'm beginning to wonder, if the way this is that it's segregated, the seasons will literally be like a contained story, and then season 2 will be something completely different.
Right.
I'm beginning to think that's how this is going. And I think the seasons might play into the various different locations that I've sort of stumbled into out of sequence because of the event stuff going on. Yeah, which always does still feel weird. So yeah, I get they might be segregated to various various regions or something like that, because I haven't quite got a handle on that. I'm not far enough through them because they are quite long. It's I don't mind the story per se. There's the occasional element of where you have to, even within the confines of this really weird world where there's a plot line at one point which is somewhat centered on an airship, right? But this airship, everyone gets on this airship to go to a court case. But,
as you do.
Yeah.
As one does.
And this airship basically contains everyone important to this trial, apparently. And of
giant
course,
assassination target.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Of course, it becomes a huge target. But this airship seems to take, I don't know how big the city of New Eridu is supposed to be, but it seems to take days to travel. There seems to be an awful lot of time where people can go well, let's think this through, let's go have this, we'll come back, I'm just going to drive us across the city, meet up with these guys, have a little chat, then come back, and then we'll go do this thing. Meanwhile, this airship is just trundling along for presumably several days at this point. It's a bit weird. And then not to be too spoilerific of season 1 content, I suppose, there's a bit at the end of it where a bad guy escapes in this airship, and I'm and it's traveling at like
2 miles an hour.
if that, like, and like, I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure everyone could just point at it and go, "There it is. He's gone that way." It's really stupid. And I do think, like I said before, the presentation like of story stuff isn't as good as Enfield's. Like, it's not even close.
Right.
But when it does have a proper cutscene, they are well made. They are pretty cool. The action is like Zenless has a very like over animated style that they use in these cutscenes. Like the squash and stretch is extreme, for instance, and the over movements is mental, and everything is very, very, very fast in these cutscenes, and they do look cool. Apart from the fact that like they are actual videos, they're not rendered in engine, so they don't look as good as Enfield's ones do. Like,
I mean, there are a couple of pre-rendered ones in Enfield, and you can notice it, where it's like, oh, yeah, there's one that's a video.
Yeah, I mean, it drops to 30 frames for one thing, right? Like they're not 60 FPS videos. They drop to 30. Like they you can see that they're videos, and that's a real kind of shame. Like, why not? They're made in engine. They're clearly like not using any tech, or don't appear to be doing anything that the engine couldn't do.
Right.
So it's like, why not just let me do that if I'm playing on PC? I get it if you're playing on a mobile, right? Like, sure, I get it for the other platforms, but like if I'm playing on these stronger bits of hardware, like just render it out, man. I'm happy. I guess they then have to put the animation data on your system, and like, but is that like more or less than having to just show a video? I don't know. Like, you run into that sort of like.
I mean, I guess it might depend on how it's animated, but I wouldn't assume they're doing like a frame by frame thing. It's still going to be model poses being adjusted and then tweening between them or whatever.
Sure,
It's not 30 frames because they're literally individually posing 30 frames.
No. Yeah, I mean, like any modern film, right? It's all done through like physics simulations and tweening to some degree. Keyframes. So I feel like it could have been done, but perhaps they're not. I mean, this game's already quite a large install.
Yes, I mean, obviously the phone version is going to be smaller. As I checked when I looked at Endfiled, it's like, oh yeah, it's 70 gigs on PC. It's only like 5 gigs on mobile.
Yeah, I've been mildly tempted to like. Okay, one, I'd have to free up space on my phone,
sure.
And two, it's like I'm intrigued to see what this even flipping is on a mobile.
Let's find out how it actually plays. Like what it feels like to do that.
And maybe it'd free up some of my day again, like just doing the daily, some like at random moments.
Because
like,
you can do them in bed rather than when you're actually somewhere more important.
Yeah, exactly. Just all waiting for the flipping domain login on my work PC in the morning. It's like, well, what am I going to do for the next 5 minutes? I know.
I mean, that would be an advantage.
Seriously. My IT department needs to sort that out. It takes flipping ages just to log into my PCs at the moment.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, that's Zenless. I'm weirdly having a good time. I'm having a good time with it, but I can't, like, in good faith recommend it. Like, it's not going to be for everyone. Like, and I know that. It's probably not going to be for a great many people. Because it is kind of odd and kind of weird, but that core combat is satisfying. Oh, there'll come a point where I'll get bored of it, I'm sure, but it's not happened yet.
Well, that'll be the interesting thing. See when you drop out of it, or start to drop out of it.
Yeah. I got so much story to go on it as well. There's loads. There's just loads.
Well, yes, that is the other problem. Is like you do have a lot to catch up on. And will you ever catch up?
Will I ever catch up? Yeah, I don't think I am at the rate I'm going right now. Probably not. What else have I been doing? I went back. I have been putting an effort into Blueprints.
Right.
Like, I really want to finish this, but I've had such a shitty run of it. Like, the roguelikey bit of it has just been thwarting me at almost every turn. Where it's just like I'm not getting the combat. I don't know if I've backed myself into a corner, or I just don't have the knowledge, or I'm just not thinking I have the knowledge for certain things. Because there are quite a few threads I know I haven't pulled yet, but I don't know how to or what the relevance of them are. And the ones I have solved recently have been, I don't know if pointless is the word.
But like dead ends, at least.
Yeah, there's like I don't think I've gleaned more information from there. There's like there's like a story element that I keep finding, that I've now found a few items for, but I don't think those actually, like, again, I don't think they're knowledge expansion.
Right.
Like, there was one puzzle in particular that I thought was like, oh, yeah, cool, I'm getting into this, let's solve this puzzle. And it kind of just it actually doesn't tell me anything. Like, this is really elaborate puzzle for doing something, and it's like, well, okay, I kind of knew that I needed to open these safes, for instance. Well, I guess now I know what the format for the codes is in each one of these cases, but it doesn't tell me what the codes are, or how to find them, or what I need to do, or why I would even want to do that stuff, because so far they seem pointless. Yeah, elements like that where it's just tricky, and there are a few things where I need a combination of rooms to come up in order to do a thing. I've discovered, for instance, the one time I've managed to get into the antechamber, it gave me a thing that unlocked a thing that then let me I'm trying to be like as least as not spoilery as possible, but I've now discovered like I need to do that 2 more times.
No. You need to form that exact path to get there again.
And that has never happened again. I have done that exactly once, and I don't know if it's like the game screwing with me, right? Because there's has it like stopped that from occurring?
Because you need to do something else first.
Because
to make it reoccur.
Yeah, like the way the game is set up, it makes me feel like no, like that's not what it's doing. Because otherwise, why would I be encountering all this other stuff that I've done before? Like I need a very specific room to turn up, and I need a very specific item to turn up. In order for me to get this other item, in order for me to go and open this other door, one of the other 2 doors that I need to go through, and it's like that room hasn't come up in flipping hours at this point. Like not once has it turned up. I found the item I need to start the sequence like many times, but like, yeah. So eventually, like, something dawned on me, and I did find another route, and I did start making another little step towards progress that may actually help me. It may help me finish. I think it may help me finish the game if I can get the sequence to pan out right. But like that still leaves. Yeah, but what about that? But what about that? But what about that? There's an awful lot still happening. But now I feel like it just feels hard to make progress now, and not through my own fault. It feels like hopefully, yeah. It feels like the roguelike is holding me back at this point, which has like always been. It's like my fear of roguelikes, right? Yes. Like it's the most frustrating thing. It's just the flurry of activity and note-taking I had during the first few runs has just slowed to a crawl. Now I feel like I'm not learning anything for very long periods of time. I'm still not quite sure why everyone was so I don't get like it's good, it's a good game, but like I don't get why everyone was like so up on it when it came out.
Super up on it, yeah.
Yeah, because I just seem to be
like game of the year type thing.
I'm at the point where I'm finding the obvious problems in its format, is what I mean.
But you didn't like the format much to start with? The roguelike format?
Well, I thought, yeah. You start gaining some tools to like that to help like start bending things to your advantage to a certain extent.
Right.
But those need to come up in the roguelike, right? So like it's random whether or not those tools turn up for you to do things. And that's just the most frustrating thing, where it's like, I know I need to go do this thing, but I need several ducks to line up in order to go do that thing. And the probability of those ducks lining up seems to be decreasing. I've got teenage ducks.
They refuse to line up.
Rebellious ducks. So anyway, I'm persevering. But, I don't know. If Gears of War's coming out soon, so like...
So give you an opportunity to drop that and Endless.
Yeah, maybe well, for as long as that playthrough takes, I guess. What else am I doing? There was something else I was playing, but I've kind of forgotten.
I mean, we played more Halo, I guess, but
we played a bit more Halo, yeah. I don't know if there's too much to say there.
I mean, apart from we encountered more hunters, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, hunters are really annoying.
Modern hunters kind of suck. Yeah.
I went back and played Heroic, and Heroic is fine, but I still don't know what to do with hunters. Like, like Gravity Lift on, Truth and Reconciliation is like,
it's tough.
just running around like freaking crazy. I'm like backing all the way up halfway across the level, trying to snipe them in their knees. It's so stupid.
They're so tough. Like, and the hitboxes for the swings feel wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard one bit of advice I saw is like they come in pairs, so hit one of them with loads of sticky grenades until it dies, and then deal with the other one by running around.
Kinda.
But even then,
yeah, like that can work because sometimes like hitting the one in behind with the sticky grenades is a strat. Like if they're walking as a pair towards you, hit the one behind you with a sticky grenade because the one in front might not turn around,
and then it will take extra damage from the explosion.
From the explosion in its back. Yeah,
maybe.
That seems to have helped sometimes, but that's a might, right? Because sometimes they notice the grenade and they shield against it.
I did manage to kill the ones in the ship using the invisibility and the sword.
Yeah, I got a couple of them with swords because obviously that wasn't an option in the original.
No.
But then the pistol was effective enough in the original.
Well, yes, in the original they just died. It actually wasn't really a problem.
I have been playing something else, but I've forgotten it.
An old thing.
Oh, Denshattack.
Oh well,
not an old thing. Yeah, no, I haven't had a lot of opportunity to play it because I've been trying. I wanted to finish Blueprints as my as my game to finish right now.
Yeah,
but I have played a bit more Denshattack. That game continues to be a whole lot of fun when I have played it. I don't know if I mentioned last time. I'm not super into its boss fights. It has boss fights, and I don't think the ones I've encountered so far have not necessarily been highlights. They are longer stages. So if you want to replay them in order to get the higher ranks and stuff like that, that makes it that little bit more irritating, just in terms of like the Tony Hawk's-ish structure, right? That it's not a tight 2-minute loop on those levels. It's like, oh, that's going to take... And there are some levels that are like deemed as exploration levels that are really quite big and quite long. So those are even more annoying if you want to go do those things. But there's also where's like some of the like those boss levels you aren't necessarily going to get first time until you've seen how the attacks work.
Right.
And they don't... Because like the warning on some of them like is really slim. There's super obvious telegraphing, like there's normally something big and red or something like that, but actually by the time you've noticed that is a big and red thing, like the amount of time you have to actually time a jump over that thing is like so little that it's like, okay, balls, well, I didn't know that was coming, so I wasn't really prepped to do that. So you have to do it at least another time to do it, and then there'll be some other attack later on where it's like that catches you out. So like, yeah, doing your first run at those is gonna suck. But the style is still awesome. The music is still awesome. It's still adding mechanics to how things function as I'm going through. I don't think I'm that far through it, to be honest. I think it's quite. It's chunkier than it would first seem, but it's a pretty cool game. Still waiting for my Daytona moment.
Which you still think might be the credits?
I think that's going to be the end credit. But it's a cool ass video game.
You're preparing for Gears of War by making sure you're at home on the rails.
I'm at home on the rails. I don't think Coltrane's even going to be in that game.
No, probably not.
I don't think it makes sense time wise.
Maybe someone can mention him.
Yeah, someone might mention him. Yeah, there'll be a poster somewhere saying Cole has joined. Why won't you?
Yeah, probably.
The other thing I checked out was there is a fairly prolific developer at the moment who's going through and repackaging MAME emulations of arcade games, and they called Wanzai. And they recently did one called the Ridge Racer Collection.
Right.
Which is basically like the Ridge Racer 1, Ridge Racer 2, and Rave Racer packaged together into one thing. You need to provide the ROMs yourself, but it kind of does some it is emulating. It's not like a decomp recomp this time, but it then applies stuff that MAME doesn't normally do. So it will up-res them. It will apply some like filters to the HUD to make that look a bit nicer, a bit crisper at higher resolutions. Widescreen support, proper widescreen support in them, and wheel support. Another reason why I should probably get my wheel out without you having to, because I've gone to the effort of trying to flip and configure wheels with force feedback and stuff like that in MAME before. It is not a simple task. So yeah, it's nice that they've got that this has gone to the effort to do that. Yeah, and it plays real well, is what I would say. I haven't played it with the wheel. I played it with my controller, but it's got, control. It's just ready to go, right? Like, it's a ready to go setup.
Just like a packaged emulator with mods, essentially.
Kinda, yeah. And it's a pretty good job of it. It's not the first time they've done this. They've done it for on PC. They've done it with Virtua Racing as well, and Sega Rally. So there's a similar setup for those. Although the Sega Rally one, I would say like that it still suffers from an emulation issue the same way that MAME does, where the sound doesn't play at the right speed, so the music sounds kind of messed up off the back. However, it does give you the ability, the Sega Rally one gives you the ability to load in a soundtrack if you can acquire it from somewhere else. So go get the Saturn version of the soundtrack, for instance, or the PC version of the soundtrack, and plop that in, and it will pick that up and use that instead. Although far too high a volume, so you then have to go mess with that a little bit. But hey, you can do it. And these are all pretty good ways of playing the game. The only thing I would say is there is some speculation about how he has done this, because I don't think the source code is available. So one, that probably plays against the MAME terms and conditions, or the MAME licensing agreement, I should say, not T's and C's, but because that's not really what you're supposed to do with that. And it also, a lot of people suggest that like he's probably vibe coding this, which rubs some people up the wrong way. Like, I'm actually kind of like, perhaps for this purpose, maybe AI and vibe coding is okay, right? You're not exactly using it for artistic purposes. It's a game preservation purpose. I think I'm okay with that, personally. As long as it doesn't change anything about how the actual game plays and feels and stuff like that. I think I'm okay with that. But yeah, I don't know. For now, worth checking out, I suppose. Quite easily available. He did some other stuff that like seemed appealing, like he's done stuff for Dirt Devils and stuff like that, but they were weirdly, they are only available for the Xbox 360.
Oh. Which
is quite odd. So I tried running those up in Xenia. They don't work. I think it was Dirt Devils and I want to say, no, it's not called Victory. Like Driving Ace, I think, which is Namco's like F1-ish style arcade game. I tried running those up in Xenia, and I couldn't get them to work. So maybe stick to his PC efforts for now. But yeah, kind of weird, right? Why would you go to that effort of repacking stuff for the 360 and just the 360? I guess everyone's got a challenge. Everyone's got a hobby. But yeah, go check those out. The Ridge Racer collection's pretty good. The thing that caught my eye about the Ridge Racer collection is he's put an online mode into it.
No.
So it's like, because Ridge Racer 2 and Rave Racer, right, could have multi-cabinet setups. I tried playing those. There was no games. So I guess not enough people trying this. I don't know how it's even implemented, like whether it's like only searching locally or if it's literally searching online for servers or stuff. So I set one up and sat there for a while, and of course no one joined. So good in theory, I guess. Maybe it works, but I have absolutely no idea what it's doing, whether it is online or whether it's like online on your network stuff. Who knows? But hey, I guess it's possible to play Rave Racer on a system link. Everyone with wheels.
That'd be quite a setup.
Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting Daytona USA will come pretty soon. I'm pretty sure he's going to do that. He's done Virtua Racing and Sega Rally, right? Like, why isn't he?
That's the obvious one. Come on, Daytona.
Yeah, do Daytona, man. Get 8-player online games going.
Yeah.
That'd be flipping rad. Anyway, that's me.
Yeah. It would be Daytona, wouldn't it? Not. Yes. I don't know.
Daytona. Yeah, I mean,
Sega is more of a
eight
single
player Daytona on the basic circuit, just on that ring is a right laugh.
Yeah. Sweet. Cool. What have I done? Not much. I finished the Red Dead 2.
Woo!
I got the credits and everything, so prepared. I will say that, like, even though the last mission is like nicely dramatic and has all the, you know, cool denouement and everything, it also suffers from the goddamn Rockstar design, even in the last mission. Like, there's a bit at the start of it where you're going up a canyon and there's a sniper at the top and you're supposed to, like, hop up the cover with Sadie or whatever, and it gives you the instructions to do that, and it's like they made the bloody
last
sniper
mission
invulnerable until you get to a certain point, and it's like, that's so stupid. And then the cover mechanic being bad like affects it even in the last mission. It's like, goddamn. I mean, it is cool once you get up in the mountains and you're murdering everyone and it's all dramatic and stuff, and it is cool at the end with Micah and Dutch and all that. But yeah, even at the very dramatic end, it's still undermined by its mechanics. God damn.
Oh, right. So you mean, sorry, yeah, confused. The bit before, you haven't done the epilogue then, right? You got the...
No, this is the epilogue, end of the epilogue, right? Where you're playing as John Marston.
I kind of forgot you met up with Dutch again after the...
Well, you see him right at the end.
I'd totally forgotten that. I kind of thought, like, when... Yeah, when you're in the Marston stuff, that kind of stuff. I've clearly forgotten how the real end.
That's
of that
how the
game
ends.
Yeah,
American Venom, and it's playing the like, and you get extra value, I think, if you have played Red Dead 1, because it's playing the dramatic. It all through the epilogue, it's hinting at the Red Dead Redemption theme, you know, the John Marston theme from the first game, and not doing it. And then at the end, it's like, sod it, let's go full Red Dead Redemption 1, which probably doesn't make sense if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 1, because the instrumentation in that theme is a lot more sort of spaghetti and Mexican-y and stuff, and has all the trumpets and stuff. Whereas the rest of the Red Dead 2 doesn't have that, of course, because it's not set there. But yeah, it just goes full-blown Red Dead at the end, which is cool. But yeah, come on, come on, GTA 6, and make sure the mechanics are fun. You've got to spend all that money on making a cover system. I know making a cover system in such a dynamic world is incredibly hard, but like if you have like space program money, I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because like for most of GTA, you think that's a much easier problem, right? Because buildings.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess they do have quite a lot of natural environment in GTA.
Well, it's a lot of it in GTA 5 is like getting into cover behind cars and things that are dynamic in the street, right?
Sure,
Rather than buildings, that's where they go a bit wrong. But I don't know. I'm sure everyone says this, but like stuff worked pretty well in Max Payne 3.
Yeah, that conversation has been coming up a lot recently.
Yeah. We shall see. I saw a video of, do you know that LGR guy?
Oh yeah.
Watch his, and he was wearing like he's like bald with a beard and a Hawaiian shirt. It's like he's looking very Max Payne 3 Max Payne. And anyway, I thought it was funny. Yeah. So yeah, finished that, and still playing a bit of Tokyo Extreme Racer on occasion, and Wipeout. Yeah, I think you should play Tokyo Extreme Racer, Rob.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Yeah,
there's many. I mean, I think I would definitely dig it.
Yeah, it's definitely a vibe, totally different to like Forza, obviously. But yeah, I do think it's cool. You might like it as well, Zach. I don't know. It's not like a full price game. It's on Steam. Yeah,
there's that, and there's been a few races this year that have like I need to catch up on really at some point. Like I really want to play that Screamer.
Yeah.
To see what that's like.
More your speed.
Yeah,
I think
the Screamer seems super cool, but like yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, if they drop the price to an actual sensible number, even with the current sale prices, like that still doesn't seem appealing. Like I don't want to play that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's expensive.
This is expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking around the PlayStation store, just surprised by the prices of certain things.
Mm.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, I think it's done pretty well for Sega.
Yeah.
They're planning another season of DLC anyway, but it's all DLC. Got to pay for that stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than Mario Kart, but that was like,
sure.
I'm like, yeah.
Milesy
I think that's me. Halo.
Did choose and tell me he wanted to play some Mario Kart the other day. He got slightly better at driving in a straight line.
He's starting to learn how to actually play it.
Slightly.
Wow.
He doesn't really want to do. He doesn't really. As soon as like a race or a competitive situation is involved, he just hands me the controller and says, "You do it." But like driving around, he was starting to get the hang of staying on the road. So he does the thing that like everyone who's not in like who's new to games does, where they're like wild overcorrections.
Yes.
Yeah. Does he move the controller like as if it...
No, weirdly, no. Like, the whole motion... Like, I think when he very first picked up, like, or wanted to have a go at Mario Kart because he saw me doing it, like, that I turned motion controls on and he seemed to be kind of into that. Like, that was a very short-lived phase. Like, he now actually wants to use the stick. If I tell him he can, like, because now we can understand that I'm asking him this, I guess. Like, oh, do you want to control it like a steering wheel? Do you want to do it for real? He's like, just doesn't reply. Doesn't seem fussed. So, yeah, I guess motion control isn't the answer. I guess I wouldn't really help, I suppose, because he doesn't really know how to drive a real car yet. He's started. I mean, he has figured out like that, like turning the wheel on his little red car that I push him around him in the garden, like actually does change the steering.
Yeah,
so, it does make him go one way rather than the other.
So yeah, I will just push him and like tell him turn, and he will and stuff like that now. So
okay,
he's getting there.
Steps,
he's getting there.
Tell him to concentrate.
Be
a co-driver.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I do love. I mean, in just general life, I have to tell him to focus.
Also, yes.
Yeah. I mean, general parenting woes, like, I don't, because I guess you don't, like, when the way things are in the world these days, like, in the way people, like, panic and talk about stuff all the time, like, at what point is he a child, and at what point is he ADHD? Do you know what I mean? Like that's it's a horrible thought process to have as a parent, but there is a point where you start to go like is this a thing or is it just he's 3? You know?
Yeah, right.
At the moment, I'm very much leaning into that camp that he's 3, he's just doing what he wants to do. I was an arse when I was a kid, so he's probably being that arse.
Yeah.
That ass.
I think I've heard some people saying, "What is ADHD even a real thing?" Like even in adults, like
man, and like yeah, I'm sure like that. There must be a thing to it, but like the scale at which people get diagnosed, or maybe early with it, like
yeah,
maybe.
Just never get diagnosed, and then you won't have to worry.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you won't have to worry.
just never ask.
That's the trick.
That's how we live. Continue to live.
I haven't been to a doctor in years.
Yep, exactly.
That's fine.
That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, probably not medical advice for the Saladcast.
Definitely not.
And that might be a note to end, but we should talk about what videos we have coming up on our YouTube channel, because that's a thing.
Well,
even though we haven't recorded a lot of things.
Yeah, we're taking a few weeks off from recording, but fortunately we had stuff in the hopper to come. And that hopper runs dry with Dwarf Fortress next week.
Yeah.
See, Zac tried to give us an intro to the start of the Steam version of that game.
Fail.
An incredibly difficult proposition. So,
and just read a lot of text, basically.
Yeah, and have fun with the randomizers.
It was well cool. Yeah, if you've wondered what that thing is, you can see it with newer tile sets these days, so you'd have to like have your eyes melted while Zac explains it anymore.
A somewhat coat of paint.
Yeah, and we also have Endfield videos. If you were wondering what Zac was talking about, he attempts to explain.
Marginally better.
Marginally better.
Yeah,
So check those out.
I was thinking to myself during that segment of this cast, it's like, oh, man, we're at the point where we're throwing terminology around like it's nothing. We are part of the problem now.
I tried to the first few times we talked about it. The podcast, I was like, I'm not going to use the actual terms. I can use terms that I would use, but that's like, I just banners and reruns
and polls.
We're just saying wengeons.
Well, that's a bit more specific, I guess.
Yeah, that's just weapons. Wengeons are weapons. That's all you need to know.
Okay, maybe you should do a Zenless Zone Zero video.
We probably should. Yeah,
just for contrast. Anyway, but we've got those ones concretely available on YouTube for Enfield, Arknight's Enfield, and
the ongoing Skies of Arcadia.
Skies of Arcadia continues after Dwarf Fortress. So catch those on our YouTube channel, and we'll be back with another Saladcast in 2 weeks. So we'll catch you then. Bye.